Hi. Hello. Hey, the teacher's not 15 minutes late, so you can't leave. You're stuck here with me. I'm not 15 minutes late. You have to stay for class. I was only 10 minutes late. That's legally how it goes, so you are stuck with me. I'm late because, let me tell you a funny little thing, which is that turns out when you usually have a timer that is set, or not a timer, an alarm that is set to be like, hey EG, you have to stream in 5 minutes. I have an alarm that's set for 1:50 on Monday and Thursday and Friday. Turns out, because I'm streaming a day that is not one of them, the timer doesn't exist for today. So I'm like doing, my little things. I'd finished a consultation and I was like, let me do one of the write-ups for something else. Oh, I should do this other little task. Doing tasks, as you know how I am. I'm such a good little crewmate doing my tasks. That's a reference for the youths who are... lo and behold, I look at my... I just happened to see out of the corner of my eye what time it is, and it's like 2:01, and I was like, I was like, oh no! Hang on! I gotta get like everything set up! So there we go. We're here. I also got you a string today too. I guess you and me both, huh? Empty on YouTube right now. Well, people may be away celebrating the holiday, but I wanted to provide, opportunity for us to celebrate a little bit of holiday here together. It is early Gobble Gobble Day, unless you're in a time zone that is ahead of us in the future, in which case, if you're in one of those time zones, the odds that you celebrate Gobble Gobble Day is probably lower. However, let me explain to you what we're doing today. So today, we are celebrating the happiest of Gobble Gobble Day, which is Thanksgiving. My thoughts on Thanksgiving are that it's a sham of a holiday. Everything you're told about it in school is a lie, meant to make it sound like we were not as evil as we were in the US of A back in the day. I say as if we're not still kind of evil. Yeah, we were really mean. We were really terrible. They just lie to us for fun about this holiday. However, as much as it sucks that that's the history and that it's just become like sort of a commercialized hellscape as a direct result of the day that immediately follows it, which is the Black Friday, we can still take this holiday as an opportunity to remind ourselves that we can still be thankful of the things that have happened in the last year, to be grateful. That is a good reminder to have because, in the hellscape of a world we are living in right now, it can be really hard to not focus on the negative sometimes because, man, are there plentiful amounts of those, but there are still always silver linings, there are still positives, so we can think about those today and tomorrow. Today is Shroomsgiving, the day before Thanksgiving. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. Today's Shroomsgiving. I'm claiming this day for myself. But yeah, we can still celebrate the people and things that we care about, and we can still take this time of the year to enjoy a lovely meal. Dishes are always good. Good cooking is good for the soul. I will stand firmly on that ground. And you can take this as time to spend with loved ones and with people you care about. So I know that this time of year can also be tough for a number of reasons. I know that myself, as being a member of the queer community and a number of other communities, not being as conservative as my family, I say as if I am in really any way conservative. This can be a really challenging time of year too, so even attending those holiday gatherings, even though they're with people you care about, is like, ooh, minefield time, yippee! Oh, the eggshells are all laid out, now I'm going to do everything I can to not step on them. So I know that it can be a little bit rough, so I would like to offer us this little place where we can hang out for the holiday a little bit today. And enjoy it as best as we can in advance of the terrors of tomorrow, because let me tell you, I gotta face the terrors tomorrow. But yeah, so that's what we're doing today. That is the goal. So we're going to draw some fun little dishes in Magma together that we can offer. I'm gonna put a table together, so we're gonna have a white background, so I can put a big old table together and place all of our little yummies and whatever other strange things you draw for us to eat on the table to share. And we can also, I'm gonna have like a secondary in the Magma where we can share little things that we are thankful about. I mean, you guys can just say them in the chat and I'll probably read them also, but if you have like little victories or big victories even, if you have victories you'd like to share, things that you're grateful for and stuff like that, we'll have like a page where you can write those things down also in there. Yeah. So let me catch up on the stuff I've missed while I was trying to make sure I stream of conscious explained everything we were doing. Chokorama, welcome back! back for 4 months. I am glad you're enjoying your glue sticks and your bouncy little emotes, but welcome back to rotation. Artificer Jeff and Save Saccharin, thank you guys for following. I appreciate it. If I have said your name wrong, please let me know. I have the teacher debuff, so my first guess is usually wrong, so you're welcome to tell me how to say it correctly. Do we have fancy china for these dishes? Ah, see, that may have been smart of me if I would have drawn you some fancy china like I did for the pumpkins for Halloween to make things on, but that would lock you guys into having to draw top down or something like that. And that might also lock art style, but if you guys want to draw your own fancy china, I will not stop you. You are welcome to do that as much as you would like. Hope everyone has a nice and safe Thursday. I also agree. Oh, thank you for the bits. Thank you for being my background noise while I work from home. Of course. Thank you for the bits. It's very kind of you. I hope you enjoy your background noise of me making funny little noises and just going constantly, probably. Can we rotate for the bits, please? Shroomits. We're gonna show our thankfulness and rotate. That's how we show thankfulness around here. I'll try this out tomorrow at my Thanksgiving table. I'm going to spin in a circle when somebody says something nice to me, and I'm sure they'll be very well received by my family. Oh, Corey, thank you for gifting a sub to Saccharin. Also, Sanzum, thank you for gifting a sub to Wait, what? Hang on. What does that mean? I'm confused. Wait, Corey, thank you for gifting a sub, and Sanzum, thank you for gifting a sub. It's displaying it in an amusing manner. I think somehow one of the informationals appeared halfway through the other one. But can we rotate for Sanazum and for Corey, please? And if you got gifted a sub, please say thank you. Be thankful. Can I have an ADHD plate? Sure. Whatever kind of plate you would like to craft, you are welcome to craft. This is not Minecraft. We're not crafting the plates. We're creating, we're drawing the plates. We are spawning them into existence using our minds and our hands. That's the goal. So, do I have other things I need to say? E.g., can I have a plastic plate with separated areas? Of course. Of course. I am a firm believer in the separated plate for making things not touch. My father loves to make a sandwich that contains all of the elements of Thanksgiving dinner. However, if my cranberry sauce touches anything else, it's over. We do not tolerate cranberry sauce touching things. That neon red liquid, if I see it in my mashed potatoes, it's over. I'm done. I can't deal with it. No. I am all right. I will pass. My bones creak. What? Oh, drawing a zoo pal? Oh my god. Quack, quack, zoo pals. We could do a turkey zoo pal. You could do a turkey zoo pal. Cranberry sauce is so good, but fair. It is really good. I do like it, but I don't like it combined with things. I don't know what particularly has made you decide to reference that, but thank you, Rex. What type of cranberry sauce? I can't eat the can ones. I like the can and the whole berry ones. I just don't like them touching things. I'm okay if my other things touch things, but just not that touching things. And as somebody who doesn't eat meat, Thanksgiving is a strange holiday because the only things I can usually eat for Thanksgiving is the mashed potatoes if they have not put the gravy or anything gravy related in it already. I can't eat the stuffing usually unless they make oven stuffing, which does not contain strange things. If they make mac and cheese, I can usually eat that. That's sort of a staple. I make cornbread casserole, which is sort of WMI staple we bring, which I will just eat exclusively that for dinner if I must. But the other problem is that, like, my family likes meat in the classic Italian way. Italians really look at any dish and go, how can I supplement this with 3 to 5 Italian meats? Your green beans, they got meat in them. Your mashed potatoes, sometimes those have meat in them. Everything has meat in it somehow. And I do have to have them, specifically set a portion aside for me that does not have the meat in it. So I may just be eating my cornbread casserole, but if that is the case, I'll be okay. Mom's making cookies and cream fudge. Oh, that sounds so good. That sounds lovely. I would love some of that. My mom makes a really good cranberry apple pie, and that is sort of what I'm living for. I eat the cornbread casserole to get me through the dinner portion, and then, you know, mostly just saving up for dessert. I like it when I mix my mashed potatoes with my veggie to make more buttery. Ah, I see, yeah. Bacon bits are a lot of the hidden meats. Hey, you know what's weird is that some Bacon Bits brands are actually vegetarian or vegan. How's them apples? How does that work? What is it? What is it? If you look at bacon bits, if we Google bacon bits here to find the ingredients, I know at least one of the popular brands of them has no meat in it. What is in it? What are the bits? No bacon, just bits, I guess. Yeah, it's like fake meat, I guess, which is no different than the fake meat I eat. But, yeah, probably soy or vegetable flesh? I don't know if I like you putting it that way. Veggie flesh sounds disturbing. But yeah, I love my baconless, so I can eat it if that is what's in it. Yeah, horse meat is still not vegan and still not a thing I can eat. Don't really eat meat. I make this loaded sweet potato casserole for myself. Oh, that sounds so good. We make sweet potato casserole that has like marshmallow on it, and that's really good. Honestly, the things that I end up eating for dinner ends up being kind of just dessert adjacent. My cranberry sauce, the sweet potato salad, the cornbread casserole. It just ends up being pretty much just dessert all evening. I can't complain. I'm allowed to eat whatever I want for one day of the year. Do you ever do tofurkey? No, I haven't. I've never actually tried tofurkey. I am the only vegetarian in my family, so I don't find, we haven't found that it necessitated making more other meals. Hang on, why don't I get us started in the place where we can draw and I can yap while we're doing the drawing, mayhaps, while I figure out what I am drawing. I can yap about all the things that I eat or do not eat and the things that you guys eat or do not eat. We can see. Good day, having a lurk for a bit, but here, enjoy your day. Dantian, thank you for lurking. I appreciate it. Hey, Nilo, I see you talking about my girl. Shh, be quiet. Don't you say that about her. Jubby calls her a really mean name and it makes me irrationally upset. I won my first ever champions meeting. I got platinum for the first time. And everyone on Twitter is all talking about they're like, you should be playing champions meeting for the love of the game, running your horse that is the horse that you love and not a meta horse. Sorry, I run Taiki Shuttle in half of my meets because I make horrible, evil, medium Taiki Shuttles. I don't know if they perform the greatest, but like, I finally got to have my girl. I finally got to get her in there, and man, I won by like 4 lengths or something. It was crazy. I was so happy. I get to have my cool little platinum title. I'm so excited. I'm so proud of her. It was deserved. You said you're vegetarian. Do you eat fish? So I usually say I'm vegetarian for safety and non-misunderstanding reasons. I do eat a little fish from time to time. I do eat a little bit of shrimp specifically from time to time. But that's mostly just it. I think the last time that I ate a fish was upwards of 2 months ago. It's been a minute. So I mean, I guess technically pescatarian, but people for some reason take pescatarian to mean I can eat birds and I can't. So for like not confusion, I just say that I am vegetarian. And also I eat fish so sparingly. I think I can count on one hand the amount of times I've eaten fish in this last year. And usually if I'm eating fish, it's just because I want to eat sushi. And that's pretty much it. Birds? Yeah. People for some reason assume that when I say I'm pescatarian, that means I can eat chicken or turkey, and I don't. Do you like mussels? I used to like mussels. When we'd go sailing, I'd eat mussels. They were bad. You could have some oysters on the rocks. Those were also good. Making glazed salmon bites. Oh, wait, that sounds lovely. Those sound good. That might be a I break veg to eat those situation. Birds or poultry? I know. The prefix of pescatarian does imply just fish, but unfortunately to the common American, I don't know that they know the difference. I don't know that they know the root word situation happening there. It's just fish. And I don't even eat that much fish, so I'm not a perfect vegetarian. I don't know. I don't care that much about the labels anyway. It's fine. There is ovotarian, which I think is eggs. You can still eat eggs if you're vegetarian. You can eat animal products as vegetarian. That's just vegan. Who doesn't eat those things? Is pesci fish in Italian? Yes, it is. Crab in general. Crab is good. I agree. I don't eat much crab. Hoy, how do I join a Magma board works, but I hope I can join? I'll get us there. We'll do it. There's a link you'll click and it'll make it very easy. But you know what I need to do is I need to open it so that we can do that. Let me do that so that we can join. Let me prepare my Magma board real quick because I had one prepared but now I can't find it. In a classic EG manner, it has been lost to me. Where the hell is my layout? Hello? Oh, there it is. Here's my layout. Magma. We can yap about the things we like to eat after we get things set up together. We're hungry, EG? Sorry! I've not been intending to starve you or prevent you from eating good foods. I'll get us a place where we can consume. Don't worry, be happy. I wish I was a funny little fish. I want to be a fish on the wall who sings songs. There we go. Hang on. Paste this in here. Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, so that's one. Me a second one going. Bam. Paste. You can't see what I'm doing? You'll see it. You'll be able to see. I'll let you in. Just give me a second. Okay, so we should have, I believe, 3 canvases for just drawing, and then 1 for notes, if you would like to write down things that you are thankful about. So this, I just gotta rename them, and then I'll let you in. And we've got black background or white background. Last time we had cool, cute, colorful background for the pumpkins, but this time I want to be able to yank the images out of the grid, and I can't do that as easily when there's a crazy background. Also, watch me lag like crazy if I go, wah! Slow-mo, EG. Dishes. 1. Ooh, dishes. 2. Dishes. 3. We're writing. Bam. Okay, let me let you in. Give me a invitation. I'm not emailing you, just give me the link. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, low FPS EG. We'll recover from low FPS in a second here. Slideshow EG, PowerPoint EG. I think I have a little more to me than a PowerPoint or a slideshow. It's not that bad, but it's definitely not full speed shroom. I can't. It actually looks better when I move faster because I think we don't see the missing frames. Low EG per second. So, draw some seasonal. How do you spell seasonal? Like that. There we go. Dishes with us. Bam! Let me grab some emotes so it looks cute because that's important. It has to look cute. It'd be heartbreaking if my thing that I'm going to pin wasn't cute enough. Bam! Now grab this link. Got it. And paste. Beautiful. That'll be perfect. Stop? Stop what? Stop moving slow? You can't make me. Anything worth doing is worth doing slowly, including me not moving quickly. Whoops, and coder overload, that's cool. Love that. Pin message, thanks. Pin the message? Yeah. Yep, pin the message, you got it. Twitch, you got you. Can you pin the message, Twitch? Thanks. Unpin after, never. It's staying here forever. Pin the tail on the EG stream. Bam, so, if you would like to join the drawing, here's how you do it, you just click the link. If you find that you are somewhere where the lagging is happening, just go to a different canvas. So if all of us are in dishes 1, it might be nicer if you go to dishes 2 or 3. So that way you can have a little bit more space and flexibility. Also, I may have a hack that will allow us, I may have a mystery mouse tool that will be useful later. And by later, I mean right now, maybe. I may be able to capture that web page even though I am not looking at it. And I think that may make it possible for my computer to not melt while I'm trying to be on stream here together. Because I'm also going to draw something, but we can just have my Clip Studio Paint for what I am looking at for drawing a dish. I gotta figure out what dish I want. I should also draw a table. Maybe I'll draw a couple of plates. I'll draw a couple things. I'll draw some little assets that we can use to decorate our table. But look, I'm full frames per second again. I've returned. All is well. EGO? What? Oh, that's definitely how you spell my name. True. Lips? What? Low EG frames per second. Oh, God. Round now? Round now? Round what? Oh, my hair. Okay, goodbye. You know what I'm thankful for this time of year? My hair. It keeps me nice and warm as it is getting rather chilly outdoors. Michan. But if you would like to join, I think it is open now, if that is what you are asking. You can join. Let's see, is it working? Is everyone here? Yeah, okay, beautiful. I can't see anything, but it seems like you're able to draw just fine. Bam, that's great. Okay, yep, you guys are drawing. Can we serve the hair in Thanksgiving? No? Optimally, maybe, pretty please, no? If you'd be so kind. Things that I'm thankful for, my hair. Things that I'm thankful for, the kindness of the shroommates. Things that I'm thankful for, not being eaten. Surviving into the coming year without being consumed by, I guess, the creatures of my creation who for some reason want to eat me. Why do you want to eat me? Why do you want to eat the parts of me? We've never actually explained why that's a thing you want to do. Can you elaborate? Why is that a thing that you want to do? Why would you want to eat my hair? I don't think there's much nutritional value contained there within my hair. Technically, I'm also inedible as a species of mushroom. Caprinus comatus is considered inedible, not because you're gonna get poisoned, but because it has really a not great flavor and there's no nutritional benefit. So there's really not any good reason to eat me, and you still may have minor digestive issues, potentially. Into the back of your head's kind of flat. It's always been like that. The back of my head's always been kind of flat. If the back of my head was less flat, it would clip through my eyeballs, and we don't want that. Because mushrooms are tasty. Same reason I want to eat insulation? I mean, insulation at least looks like cotton candy, so I can understand that, but like, I don't think my hair looks particularly delectable. I feel like my hair looks particularly, maybe disturbing even. The bald kind of serves, it does serve, I will say. My bald hair is slay. It is really cute. I don't actually mind it that much. But I only mind it when it is being robbed from me for the explicit purpose of consume. Don't eat insulation. True. That's a good point. Don't eat the insulation. I would not advise that. Let me teleport us so that I can attempt to draw food. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna contribute. I was thinking of Aphrodite when I was working on this. Aphrodite draws food so nicely. The texture rendering is lovely. I live to see them. And I don't know if I'm gonna go that hard on mine, whatever it is that I'm drawing, but I'm gonna try to make an appealing food, maybe. Roll call? Ah, true, also. Thank you. I see we're already following my ask from Monday. Thank you. Who's here for class? I know I was 10 minutes late, but that means you guys got some extra time to roll on in. Aphrodite is a food truck redeem that generates random food from their folder. Oh, I love that. That's so cute. What the heck? I have been researching some things because I'm in the classic master of many projects EG mode. I'm doing like one other strange thing in my spare time, which is that I'm gonna try and consolidate my visual identity for stream and also for my branding just in general, because my identity is not that concise, I don't think. I can make it better. I can make it clearer, and I'm gonna try and do that. And some of the things I've like looked into in that process are the fact that I found that I can make like a credits reel for the end of stream of like who all followed, if people like gifted subs, anything like that. Also for like top chat, top other things potentially, which might be cute, and it could also have my credits for like, I made my model, Billy made my animations, all that cute stuff. I feel like that'd be cute to have at the end, but I'm looking into things. I'm always researching. Everything's evolving behind the scenes, you just can't see it. Not yet, but that sounds so cute. I would love to have like a punch card redeem of some sort, but I haven't figured out a good thing to make for the punch card, or how to make the punch card, so I'll figure that out at some point. But anyways, who's here for class? If you are here and would like me to call your name because you are here for class, you can either in the YouTube chat just say here. If you are in the Twitch chat, there is a 1 channel point redeem that you can use, and I will say hi. Thank you for joining class, by the way. So I can see Striker, Panda, Hoshi, Bugs, Innocent, Chocorama, Mad Buns, Inti, Fern, scrolling up, Sanizum, Seasonal Sade, Cotton Candy Floss, Amber, Star, Nilo, Luanson, Fia, Amber again. Amber, did I say your name already, or am I just misremembering? Is it Amber again, or is it just first Amber? This might be first Amber. Michan! YouTube fellas! I see Lenny, I see Sage, I see Kyla. Hi! I also see Soul Kingdom. I'll try my new drawing tablet for this. Good luck. I hope it works out well for you. Shiruta or Chiruta? Chiruta? Am I saying your name right? Hi, I see you too. Also, lurkers, thank you for being here. I appreciate you as always. Also, VOD watchers, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Don't worry, I've marked down your attendance. You're all good. You're accounted for. I'm in Magma on PC. Ooh, PC Magma. Good luck. Elixir, hi Callie. I see you both also. Let me now teleport to the other room. Sorry, I just like shouted into my mic. Hopefully my limiter didn't let that be too loud. Ooh, who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob, sorry France. Ooh, I don't know why I'm singing this. Go to the drawing class, Shamiiji. You're losing it. Oh, Amber, I was trying to figure out if I read your name twice or not. If you somehow managed to redeem the redeem twice. I don't think you did. I think I read your name earlier because of something else you'd redeemed accidentally. I made a whoopsie on my part, mayhaps. Shroommates, what should I cook? What should I make? What are you guys making? What are you guys cooking? We gotta make sure that we like do the sign up like when you're bringing dishes to class at school to make sure we have a good variety of things. I see what appears to maybe be... That's a whole plate of a bunch of different things. I see, is that a gyro, Nilo? I see a muffin with some horns, maybe a donut. That may be a ravioli. I see a pie happening. Who's in here? Everybody's in the second page for some reason. I see a pumpkin pie slice also showing up. Got dessert, carrot cake, mac and cheese, concrete. Okay, I guess you can cook that. Pie, fudge. Chili con carne today. Ooh, that's yummy. Making kebab. Got dessert, carrot cake. Okay, I see. What have we not covered? It seems like we don't have a veggie. Seems like we might need a vegetable. So let's see. What good veggie could I cook for us here? What are the classic veggies? Also, we don't have mashed potatoes yet. Although I don't think drawing mashed potatoes is gonna be the most exciting, interesting thing to draw. But like if I drew a pile of mashed potatoes that is sculpted in the shape of my son's head, maybe that would be fun. Asparagus? Asparagus is good. Have you had the green beans people make for this season where they put the little almond slivers in with them? Those are particularly good. Corn on the cob? Oh, that could be good too. That might be interesting to draw. Hi, Wool. I read your message in like the Bokuto of Haikyuu, hey, hey, hey thing that he does. Oh. For some reason. Raid coming shortly. Oh, spoilers, Rex. Spoilers. Brussels sprouts. Oh, I love Brussels sprouts. Hang on, there's a lot of good options. Do I make like a veggie medley maybe? So that way we can hit like, oh, glazed carrots are really good. There's green beans. Maybe I go for like a veggie medley? Step one, draw plate in perspective. That's my first step. Is, let's see, can I get a circle drawing tool up in here? Pink. Bam. Here's my plate in perspective. Perfect. And then if I go like this and draw another one inside of it. Oh wait, hang on. Do you want to see what I think is a kind of funny hack for drawing things properly in depth? Watch my drawing hack here. Whoops, I made this too small. I can't actually make layers. Hello? There we go. Why can't I see it? Hello? Oh, there we go. Drawing hack. If you're trying to draw something properly in perspective, if you draw it from a top down first, it makes it easier to place things. So if I'm gonna say, okay, we're going to draw a platter. This platter is going to contain mayhaps, this is really thick for an outline, some green beans or asparagus, like loosely in this area. This one will like sort of face forward a little bit more and be underneath a couple of guys. And maybe there's another one that's like in here that's sort of, yeah, you know, doing its thing. Right? And then there's another one here. Then we also have some like glazed carrots that are sitting here where they're all like overlapping. And we get like a lovely little like, we can see the glaze sauce that they're sitting in. Here's my carrots. Beautiful. Perfect. Not working. Brussels sprouts to Chad. Yeah, here, wait. I'll get Brussels sprouts onto the veggie medley. I think I need more carrot. Brussels sprouts are taller, so I'm gonna put them further towards the back. What other veggies did we say? I got glazed carrots, I got asparagus and or green bean. Brussels sprout will be good. I'll put those like here. Brussels sprouts are kind of lumpy, right? Like that. Oh wait, hang on, I shouldn't overlap them because we're doing a top down of Brussels sprouts, and I don't think I'm stacking the Brussels sprouts. Although I guess I could stack the Brussels sprouts in like a neat little pile for optimal viewing. Let's see, and I'll put like one more over here maybe. What other veggie? Cranberry. Cranberry's not a vegetable. I guess I could have my asparagus separate from my green beans. Here's another nice long area of my plate. Make sure you have a lot of long things on your plate. Oh, I could put broccoli or something in here too. That might be good. So if I do like some like... Broccoli's kind of fluffy. So that'll be my broccoli area. Maybe we get like one more Brussels sprout in here or something. Well, that might be weird. Let's see how this arrangement looks. That'll be a broccoli. Now here's the trick. If I hold control and shift, nope, go down. There we go. I can now force this into perspective, and then I can figure out how far back on the plate all of those elements should be. Because not only can I just shrink it down like this so that the plate itself is in perspective, kind of, I can push the back end in so it's receding in space too. Look at this hack. Bam. And now I just sort of extrapolate my objects upwards. Beautiful, thank you. This is my favorite thing to do when I don't feel like trying to do perspective in my mind. Every time I'm like, I don't got it in me. I'll do like a floor plan layout or anything that has to be drawn in perspective. I'll just draw it flat first, like I'm looking top down on it, and then I just distort it. Honestly, this may need to be flattened out a little bit more because I don't want to look at it from so far above, although that might be fine. We'll see. Sagan, thank you for following. Sega. I appreciate it. All the great questions. Don't know why I expected this to be a cooking stream. Hey, we are cooking. We're virtually cooking. Chad, am I cooking? Is this what the youths call cooking? Have I cooked? I'm cooking virtually. A cooking stream may have made sense though. Cooking stream one day could be a thing if EG wants hands shown. I've shown my hands before. I've shown my hands on at least, I think 5 or so occasions. Squiiji, we need to cook. Is that a Breaking Bad reference you're making to me? Your food is looking a bit flat. Hey, you gotta trust the process. You gotta trust the process and watch me use the worst colors known to mankind to sketch out all of my vegetables. So here's, whoops. Why is my drawing brush so big? Please be 18 in points and size. But so now I know that my Brussels sprout will be like here. Actually, let me draw front to back. So first we have beans. So I know that this bean goes here, but then I give the bean a little bit of height, right? And then green beans kind of come to a little point where they have their little like stem thing on them, right? So there's my green bean, first green bean. Here's another green bean that's coming forward at us in space. And then there's another green bean that's here. This one's gonna lift up over this one and then come back down and come off the edge of the plate. Bam. Because green beans get kind of floppy, right? That's a floppy green bean. Is that floppy enough? Maybe. There we go. That's totally believable as a green bean. They're kind of parallel. Is that the program flashing? No! Is my hand flashing again? It did this on Monday. How evil. Do that when designing buildings, is on the front and then distort it for 2 point to show side and the top. Yeah, it's a good hack. It's good. Let me close this and reopen it and see if it decides to opt for kindness this time. I had to restart it on Monday also because it wasn't very nice. So my handwriting's nicer writing on a tablet yet. I will say my handwriting is often significantly worse when I am trying to draw, especially on stream or write on stream. But yeah, I'm much better at writing clearly if I'm not writing on my tablet. Like I can, whoops, that's an H. Hi, roommates. But if I like write at the speed I normally write, it's like not legible on my tablet, even though it's totally completely legible if I write like that on paper. I don't get it. How does that work? How strange. What even are candied yams? They are sweet potatoes. This is a thing.
Are you guys aware that if you buy something that is labeled as being a yam in the USA, you're not actually getting a yam? Often, you're usually getting sweet potatoes? Are sweet potatoes and yams not the same thing? I feel like I've been consistently confused by that whole situation. Huh? Yeah. We learned about that? When I was in high school, I took, AP Human Geography, which is a rather interesting name for a course. But one of the things that we had talked about at one point is the fact that due to weird US embargoes on foods and stuff like that, we don't actually have yams usually in the US, and people who are charging you more for yams are often just essentially scamming you. If they weren't, but in the US we label them the same. Yeah, we label them the same, because they're not actually the same thing. In reality, they are, I think, they do have a difference in species or something? Don't quote me on this, I'm not a food scientist expert, but it is a very strange thing. Green beans! Yeah, green beans! Finish making corn casserole for tomorrow? What's your favorite Thanksgiving dish? Literally what you have just said. I make cornbread casserole, and it is my favorite thing to cook for any type of family gathering. I love cornbread casserole, it's my favorite. It's got cheddar cheese. Ours is a little bit more savory than I feel like a lot of people make theirs, but it's so good. It's so good. It is so worth the time it takes to make it, which is that it's really quick and you just make it in one pan and it's very good. Research dictates they're different crops than sweet potatoes. What is this whole thing? Reminding me of the whole sweet potato or sweet purple potato versus ube thing? Yeah. So we have in my apartment currently, supposedly, ube. However, comma, I don't believe that that's actually what we have. I think we just have purple sweet potatoes. Because they don't have the supposed correct texture? I don't quite know how this all works. But apparently I may have a potato that is lying to me, which I'm not happy about. If your potatoes are telling you lies, get a different one. Is that not what an ube is? I think ube is the same as yams though, where they technically are a different subspecies or something. They're not exactly the same. They're very closely related and they're very similar, but they are not the same. Does that make any sense? Oh, it smells like sweet corny goodness. Oh, I love to hear it. My house right now smells like a different kind of corn, which is that Joby and I made popcorn last night. And our popcorn burned so bad. So bad, in fact, that we had to air the whole house out and we could not get the smell of it to go away. We have Nag Champa that was gifted to us by a family friend. So Joby was like, here, that has a pretty strong smell. We'll burn that for a couple hours. We'll do a couple candles. That'll definitely solve it, right? Logically. Oh my God. Our popcorn burned so bad that the center core of it just turned into a carbon core. It was abysmal bad. It was so awful. It just was a complete and total mess and wreck and gross. And it smelled really bad and stunk up my whole house. But it's okay. It's gone now. But everything we tried to do to make it go away just was not working. Thankfully, we've been saved of it in the new day. But my house does smell better now, at least. Fight corn with fish. Oh, I hear fish does have a pretty strong smell sometimes, depending on what you cook. But I've never cooked a fish that made my house smelly. All the fish I've ever cooked before left my house smelling pretty a-okay, for the most part. Let's see, if I draw... Because right now these are really flat. If I draw... Let's see, here's another carrot. I need to stack a carrot on top of another carrot, I feel like, in order for this to not feel flat. So this guy will be... Wait, floppy. This guy will flop off the top of this one. Down. Because glazed carrots are kind of floppy. They don't have as much rigidity. Rigidity. Magma's different brushes. Ooh, is there new stuff unlocked in Magma since we were here a month ago drawing pumpkins? That might be nice. I have unfair advantage because I am drawing in Clip Studio Paint, but I genuinely cannot tolerate trying to draw in Magma because it lags my computer so bad when I'm streaming. I need my model to move at any kind of reasonable pace. Did the same thing with leftover pizza the other day. No! Don't burn your pizzas! We left a pizza in our oven because our oven has one of those warming functions. So that way, you know, if you have something that's in like a box or something that you just want to keep a little bit warm overnight, or not overnight, but like for like an hour while you're trying to eat it, you just stick it in there. But I dev revealed accidentally what we did, which is that we did leave the box in overnight. Don't worry, the warming was turned off. But like 3 days later, I discovered we had pizza covered in mold in our oven. I was like, oh God, what happened? I was wondering where that mushroom pizza went. Don't worry, it's not cannibalism. I can eat mushrooms, just not ones that are the same species as I am. I don't eat Coprinus comatus. We went over this yesterday. Therefore, it's not cannibalism. I fear that I will have to talk about that every day. Every time I mention that I eat mushrooms. I have to remind the Shroomates that I am not a cannibal in any way, shape, or form. Hang on, let's put a little more detail on my carrots, because they should have some little like notches out of them, right? Because that's what carrots have. They have those little like bits where they're destroyed. Extra mushroomy now. Yeah, I guess it does have bonus extra special mushrooms on it now, but not the kind that I or you should probably ever consider eating, in all honesty. All right, here's my sauce. We're gonna make the sauce really dripping. We're gonna make it come over the edge so that way it feels like we really packed this plate nice and full. Make these carrots real saucy. Yeah, there's my carrot pile. I feel like the size that I've drawn everything at does not make sense, but it'll be okay. We'll figure it out. Hi, Kaniko. How do you draw a plate? Draw 2 circles inside each other and then scale it vertically only. And then you have a plate in perspective. Woo! Circle and hope. That's also an option. I make jerk turkey wings and chili for Thanksgiving, so I do whatever I want. Hell yeah, absolutely do whatever you want for, I almost said Halloween. Do whatever you want for Halloween too, wrong holiday. Do whatever you want for Thanksgiving for food. My family has not always cooked the most traditional of things for the Thanksgiving. Sometimes they have made, what have we made? One year my uncle made ham instead, which was interesting. I'm not quite sure what drove the decision to make ham, but we sure did eat ham that one year. What other odd things have we had? What does asparagus look like? That's not what asparagus looks like. I'm trying to draw things without looking at a reference, and we already know why that's a bad idea for me. Let's try asparagus. Bam, spargus. Was it the green ham? Or was the ham green? No, we did not have green eggs and ham. There were no eggs present either. Gonna make, oh wait, that is what I just read. My brain forgot that quickly. Oh, that's what asparagus looks like. It's more like this at the end. And then it gets like real narrow. I gotta think of the asparagus from VeggieTales. It's like fluffy at the top and then bean-like for the rest of the way. And then it has those little like spiked areas where it had little like leaves growing on it before we decided we were going to eat it. There we go. So then it has the little like there we go. Yep, that's an asparagus for sure. And then these like all have their own little like sections. And then for some reason we always display asparagus always sitting in the same direction. Why do we do that? I guess I need more asparagus. I had a coworker who was allergic to poultry, so they did ham or steaks instead. I guess that does make sense. Traditionally a Christmas food, seen people eat ham for Turkey Day. Ham's also an Easter food, but my family eats fish for Christmas. They don't really do the whole deal, but like they do like the bastardized American immigrant half of the 7 fishes in the Italian manner that they do. We do maybe 3 to 4 fishes. 7's a lot. 7 is a lot of fishes to prep, so I don't blame them for not wanting to prep 7 whole fish. That is a lot of work. It was good back when we used to, because I used to when I was growing up, but we haven't in a very long time. Plating skills from chefs, I think. The asparagus is all pointed one way, so it looks plated very intentionally. Ah, I see. Okay. Is 1 piece of asparagus enough? I guess probably not. I should probably have like another piece of asparagus like in here or something. And then I was gonna have one that was like coming forward in this direction a little bit more. So this guy will be floppy. Bam. He's in there. That's my asparagus. Asparagus. Handled. There we go. They'll have a little like whip spikes. Asparagus. This is gonna make no sense at all to EG 10 minutes from now who has to put line art on this, but we'll figure it out. Also, I should be doing more about depth, so maybe we go like this and put one like on top of them so then I can have it like with height or something. There we go. That'll probably be better. And then higher height, erase out the stuff inside of it. This is gonna kind of cover the one behind, but that's okay. We need my asparagus bushel to look fruitful. And then we can see the end of the stack there, maybe, so we can tell there's more than just those ones. Sure. That should be fine. That'll make sense. I'll figure this out. What's your favorite sauce? I love a good chesso sauce? I don't know that one. My favorite sauce is hollandaise sauce. I love me a good eggs Benny. That's one of my favorite things that I will say my family does do a good job of converting for me for vegetarian, which is that they, instead of making, like, you know, it's usually sliced ham or Canadian bacon for a eggs Benedict, they make these like little like apple smoked sausage patties that are non-meat, and they're very good. That's gross. I don't like that sauce. You don't like hollandaise sauce? What do you not like about hollandaise sauce? It's just egg. What do we have against egg? But the eggs Benedict is a funny kind of sauce though, because it is egg with egg sauce on it. It's peanut butter sauce. You can make a peanut butter sauce. I think it requires other ingredients, but yeah, you can make a peanut butter sauce. That is a good sauce. I will say, for as much as I don't like the company, I do like Chick-fil-A sauce. I wish I knew how to make it myself. We don't buy it anyway, but it is good. It is tasty, unfortunately. But I don't like them in the premise that they stand on. So I won't buy it. At least when you buy those, I believe all the proceeds of it go to charity, is what I remember. Partially, maybe. But I... See, maybe a copycat recipe for Chick-fil-A. Good. I may have to invest into that knowledge that you have obtained, because I would like to make those. Okay, wait. I have my asparagus. You know what I keep seeing with all these things is that for some reason lemons are served with them. I'm gonna draw a nice lemon in front of my plate. Hang on, I need to drop this line down for depth, because then I can show that this is the ledge of the plate here. And then the plate actually has thickness. So we'll just pretend right now. I'll draw a better line later, but this is just to remind me that I need to make sure the plate has some thickness. And then you could probably see like a little bit of the foot of the plate if I'm gonna guess. And I'm just gonna extrapolate that this is where the foot is. It's like here? Actually, that looks wrong. Probably not, maybe. I guess we're high enough above it. Still that we wouldn't see the foot. Very flat plate. Love a good mayo. I'm kind of black sheep my family when it comes to liking it. I will say, I kind of hated mayo for most of my life, and I really don't know why I hated it. I think I had something that had mayo in it in too high of a quantity that sort of turned me away from it, unfortunately. That was icky. But in my later years, I'm not that old, but more lately, I'm not as bothered by it. And therefore, I have learned that mayo can be a very essential ingredient for just moistening a food that could otherwise be dry. It's very good on a sandwich, perhaps. And this may or may not be one of the causes for me giving myself food poisoning earlier this year. Because I now eat mayo. But I learned my lesson from that one, and now we don't buy non-vegan mayo. Because regular mayo, for some reason, the shelf life, once you've opened it, is like 2 to 3 weeks. Why is that? Why is it so low? And they don't sell them in like small containers either. So for like a little EG like me who does not eat that incredibly much mayo, it goes bad so fast. I guess the egg just makes it go bad fast. But like my carton of eggs lasts longer when I buy them the same day. My eggs are fine for longer. The egg, the original form of the egg, the non-processed form. Maybe that's the non-processing is what helps. The shell keeps it safe. Perhaps. Yeah, I guess the shell keeps it safe, but man, keep it in the fridge? Yes? Do people not keep their mayo in the fridge? That's a thing. Hang on. That's a food thought I have to ask questions about, which is, what do you do with your butter and your ketchup? Your butter and your ketchup, where do those live in your house? Where? Pray tell. Put stuff in an egg is to help things grow, thus things grow in it faster unless it's shielded. Fair. Fridge, 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 fridge. Butter and ketchup in fridge. Butter goes in the butter shelf, both fridge. Bread's in the fridge. I also keep breads in the fridge. Butter, fridge, unless I'm about to cook. So, okay, wait, so none of us are butter on the counter people. Like butter dish people on the counter. People I know leave butter out, I grew up with fridge. Why and how do you keep butter on your counter? Cabinet for both. Okay, wait, so how does it not go bad? If I leave butter out in a butter dish, it develops this like weird outside edge to it almost. Do you know what I mean? Where like, if you slice it, you can see that the outside edge of it is like a different color. I guess maybe from oxidation or something. But then it's like kind of icky. I'm in Canada and it's colder. Okay, I guess. Turns darker yellow over time, yeah, but why is that a dairy product that is okay to sit out? Is the salt content something that keeps it safe, maybe? A ketchup is in fridge, butter on counter, a water bell though. See, the water bell I think makes sense for butter because that is going to help keep contaminants out maybe, and it does keep it slightly more chilled. But I know people who don't refrigerate their ketchup, and ketchup says right on it when you buy it, refrigerate after opening. So I don't trust you people who are not refrigerating your ketchup after opening. That's weird. That's oxidation, prevent oxygen access. So does the water bell prevent the oxidation then, I guess? Butter goes in the fridge if it's not ready to be used. Ketchup's in the fridge if it doesn't fit in the fridge, then a shelf, usually in the fridge. Okay, good, fridge. Yeah, no, fridge the ketchup. Yeah, fridge the ketchup. I don't know why we'd do anything else with the ketchup other than put it in fridge. But there are people who I know who don't do that. And I lived with somebody who was like that for a little while, and I would always find it out, and I was like, no, no, and I'd pitch it, and they'd yell at me, and I was like, my guy. Note for ketchup, the label, it says, for best results, keep refrigerated. Okay, well, the second, what do you mean best results? The second best result is probably it tastes worse, I guess. The third next best result is you develop illness because it's growing things in it. Because it's a fruit that has been mashed into a sauce that you have left out, which is usually not advisable. Okay, so salted butter takes 3 to 5 weeks to go bad at room temperature. Most people go through it faster than that. Ah, I see. Okay, so like we couldn't leave ours out because Jubby and I definitely don't go through ours fast enough for that. But that is interesting to note. Preserved with vinegar. I guess the vinegar would help with keeping the ketchup good, but like, I don't know. Used to be a chef cut tomatoes are the fastest growing bacterial hellscape if left out at room temp. Oh God, I can imagine. Anything that has a good amount of sugar in it and has been tampered with physically by somebody and has been exposed to the air, I'd imagine is not great. Don't get my vegan butter on the counter, that needs to be in the fridge. Yeah, I guess vegan butter probably has some other things going on with it that might require it to be fridged. But as Amber said earlier, what do you guys do with your bread? Where does your bread live? Mine is a seasonal determiner as to where bread lives. It depends on what time of year it is. Hang on, I must Google broccoli, but I will look at what you have to say after. I know what broccoli is, I just need to know what it looks like. Yep, florets, great. So we're gonna go, we'll reverse the first one. This is my broccoli floret. I'm gonna make him tall. Broccoli floret, bam. And then broccoli has like, yeah, there's another floret, and wow, yeah, look at that. And then we'll do another one like here, like this is like the crown of one that we're seeing, like it's facing away from us maybe. Bam, perfect. I think this is also a broccoli, we'll see. Freezer bread? For our bakeries, we leave it out. On the shelf, unless there's a sale, I get a bunch. Freezer. Bread goes on counter. Bread bin. We keep it out, but I make most of our bread so it lasts longer. Oh, okay, I see. And forget about it in the fridge and it goes moldy. Interesting. Okay, so we do seem to be in a number of different places with it. I am also split depending on season. In the winter, bread can stay out. We would leave our bread out, not out, like we have a bread drawer that we would keep the bread in. Yeah, cupboard, kind of. Bread drawer. In the summer, however, the bread always goes in the fridge. And if you're trying to make your bread last longer, just put it in the fridge. But one of my favorite strategies that we have always done is the strategy in which you freeze your bread if you have extra bread. Because let me tell you, I do go through bread relatively quickly. I do eat a lot of bread. Healthiest thing out there? Probably not. But I do eat a pretty good amount of bread. But I still don't eat it fast enough that it wouldn't go weird and go bad if I did not put it in the freezer. And it comes out, and the texture is totally fine. Like, you don't even have to toast it, and it still tastes like A-okay. It is still totally fine for consumption, so I do advise you to freeze your bread. I got Billy to start freezing bread, and Billy let me know that it has been revolutionary for saving money, so if you needed any reason to try freezing your bread, there it is. We got, what do you call it? Testimonial from Billy. Bread's one of the few things whose texture isn't severely affected by freezing. Yeah, most other things do receive some negative debuff from being placed into a freezer because the water molecules in them, because they solidify and turn a little bit crunchy, it does screw up the texture a little bit. And it's like weird crunchy, and then things come out kind of mushy, which is not my favorite. But bread, I guess, is porous enough that it's not doing too evil. $2 bread is well preserved. I mean, that is probably also true. I would imagine that Wonder Bread will survive forever, given the opportunity. I would imagine that Wonder Bread is something where we don't have to really worry about it going bad because it's got so much miscellaneous stuff in it that it's just going to persevere forever. This is the flattest plate ever. I need some height on this plate. Let me stack my broccoli higher so this plate isn't so freaking flat. Broccoli stack. Do I need another green bean in here, maybe? Let's get another green bean in here so that we have a little bit more height in this area. Bam. Here's another green bean. Coming into this area. That's not adding height, that's just adding more depth. Is my plate too flat? I think my plate's a little too flat. This doesn't look very appetizing, but I'm not squash for height. Because, like, I was thinking I could, like, spruce it up and be like, alright, here's my piece of thyme that's just, like, sitting nearby, right? Like people do, and they're like, ah, here's my garnish. Beautiful. Here's a piece of thyme. And then stick, like, a lemon wedge here or something. I've never done very much food illustration, so I'm having a bit of a learning experience here right now. I feel like that's also way too small for a lemon. Lemons are probably a little bit bigger than that compared to everything else, right? It's a lemon wedge? Maybe? Also, the angle doesn't seem quite right. There. Lemon wedge sitting in front of it. Piece of thyme. Let me, for consistency, piece of thyme here also. That's what thyme looks like. Beautiful. Right. Stale bread, French toast. Yeah. Or. That sounded strange. Or instead of making that, you could potentially, theoretically, maybe, mayhaps, use your stale bread to unstale the bread. Have you ever unstaled your bread? I've done that before. I unstale my bagels mostly. Do you know the hack for unstaling your bread? It actually works, which is like a miracle. It sounds like one of those goofy things that in no way should ever be real, but it is real. What? Yeah. You can unstale your bread. It's possible. Certain breads, it doesn't work as well on, like sliced bread, it doesn't really work for. But if you have like a bagel that's not sliced, or if you have like a baguette or something, yeah. I see Santa's and cotton candy floss know what I'm talking about. Yeah, as long as there's no mold, of course. Yeah, no. Mold means throw thing away, usually, most often, unless it's hard cheeses. Sometimes those are okay. But yeah, with bread, if you take your loaf of bread that has not been cut into, and you literally just like run it under the tap for a second and then wrap it in aluminum foil and pop it in your oven, it rehydrates, and then it's no longer weird and stale, and it usually does not impact the texture that much. It's pretty good. It is another favorite hack of mine because Joby and I also can't eat like any kind of bread product that we make or buy, like a baguette, fast enough for it to not stale. And our house is just like the Stalatron 4000. If we have a bag that is not like perfectly, amazingly, evenly sealed in every way, shape, or form with no access to air from the outside, whatever we have put in there is gonna be stale like 2 days later. Last time I tried buying fresh bread. So we end up just like reviving the bread like 2 or 3 times to finish it. Anne or Anne, thank you for following. I appreciate it. What about recipes with breadcrumbs? I do make recipes with breadcrumbs, not infrequently. I do make my own breadcrumbs sometimes, but not always. And I just pack them full of miscellaneous seasonings, and then I use them to like bread stuff. I made breaded fish. Ooh, that was like 3 months ago. That was over the summer. But it was good. It was yummy. Out of handmade, homemade breadcrumbs that I think came from stale... Might have been sourdough, potentially, but it was good. Baguette eating speedrun. Jubby, if left to their own devices, could probably eat a whole baguette in one sitting. But Jubby has been watching their bread intake recently. Jubby's trying to like rebalance their diet a little bit to have more fruit and veg and less grain. So I don't think they're eating their they're eating their baguettes with as much speed as they once did. Hi Al. Veg. Yeah, veggies. I am trying to draw many a veggie, and I'm having to Google all of them so I know what they look like. I should Google what glazed carrots look like so I can make them look a little bit more accurate, because the ones I Googled look way better. Use references, fellas. Watch videos of American bread, I'm horrified. Why is it like memory foam? You don't like your bread fluffy and returning to its shape and preserving forever on a shelf and never going bad even in the event of a nuclear fallout event? Smiles at you menacingly. Don't know. I don't know why it returns to its original shape, but it is a little disturbing that it is so springy. And I will say, as somebody, I have a very small mouth. I'm a little guy. I have a very small mouth. Your average sandwich that you can order at a place to eat a sandwich, it ain't fitting in my mouth. I can't take a bite of that. It's not working. Not gonna happen. So I usually end up either doing like open sandwich situations, so that way I can actually like take a bite of it, or optimally, many a type of bread like a brioche or something, I can squash. I can just kind of like take my whole sandwich between my hands like this and go try and crush the life out of it so that I can try and take a bite out of it successfully. If all else fails, I just cut it up and eat like a sandwich salad essentially, but I have to squish it. But I do get screwed up because some types of bread have that like memory to them of their original positioning, and they just like resume their original size. So I'm like continually like crush, bite, crush, bite, crush, bite. And then I look like a crazy person in like the Panera Bread or wherever we are eating our dinner, if we're eating dinner somewhere, some sort of pub or something. And everyone's just looking at me, because usually if you squish your sandwich a couple times, the innards do tend to want to leak out and escape, and it's not good. Oh, thank you for beverage. I will take a sippy. Oh, I drank all my electrolytes. Good work, me. Usually I haven't managed to do that by this point in the day. Oh, I'll have a snack too, thanks. Favorite bread is focaccia. Oh, I've made a good focaccia before. Like a sun-dried tomato and basil focaccia. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. You can get burger holders. Can you imagine the way people would look at me if I brought a burger holder into a restaurant, into a sit-down restaurant? Granted, I don't care what other people think about me. However, I feel like I may draw some attention doing that, but that kind of would be sort of funny, huh? Sippy of... I almost said sippy of bread. Sippy of beverage. I have aloe drink today. Something I'm thankful for today. Jubby brought me an aloe drink last night. I am very thankful for it. Bringing a full panini press. I love paninis. One of the key reasons I like paninis. Usually they contain mozzarella, and usually they're flat enough I can fit them in my gosh darn mouth. But that would be a power move. All you'd have to make sure that you have secured a seat by a wall so that you can have an outlet to plug it in. Or wait, hang on. I'm devising a strategy. I'm devising a plan. Let me take a sip of my beverage. Then I'll tell you my evil plan. Pineapple aloe beverage. So good, very thankful for it. So, Al has said battery, but not just any battery. Not just any battery. There are particular batteries that are meant for like jump-starting cars, that are meant to have like 7 or 10 times the amount of power stored in them that you need to jumpstart a car. And Shroom Mom bought me one for Christmas like 4 years ago, back when I lived in the terrible frozen north, because that battery had enough power in it that it could provide 8 hours of electricity to a space heater. Isn't that crazy? The battery pack, granted, is like this big and neon red, but that could without a shadow of a doubt run a panini press. So now we have to take on like the movie theater-esque strat of, can I shove a panini in my clothing somewhere in a way that is not disturbing? I'm pretty small, but if I wear like a nice baggy sweatshirt, maybe. I'll make some plans. I'll tell you how it goes. Thank you for your wonderful devious ideas to help me survive the modern problem of struggling to eat a sandwich. Jerry rigging a panini press. Yeah, it'll work. Almond person spotted. Oh wait, that reminds me, I was supposed to put almonds with my green beans. You know the little almond slivers that they put with them? That's an almond sliver. I promise. Here's another almond sliver, right? Wait, yeah, this is a gap. Is it? No. Here's a gap. Almond sliver. Almonds. There we go. Sorry, Al, I'm really eating you. I can't wait to go back into the Magma where everyone is drawing to see how many of you have pitched a food that contains me. Soggy almonds? Almonds don't get soggy. What do you mean soggy almonds? The almonds stay nice and crunchy, which is what they add to the circumstance. That's why you put them in there. They're a nice little crunchy treat for texture variation, right? Not Thanksgiving, I remember trying and testing water chestnuts. Oh, those are a divisive food for sure. How I like them. I like them in like stir fries and stuff. But I know people don't like that. Why do almonds taste different when slivered? Ooh, don't know. Probably because whatever you're cooking them in can penetrate them a little better, so the flavor is maybe a little stronger, perhaps? I'm not a food scientist, but it sounds like I may benefit from developing into one, perhaps. Let me Google a Brussels sprout. Oh, where am I typing? Am I toggling things in Clips to Do Pain accidentally? Probably. Brussels sprout. Love the crunch of water chestnuts. Me too! My favorite thing about foods is crunch. Crunch factor. So all of my favorite foods are usually pretty crunchy things. Like if I like a candy, I like Heath bars, crunchy. They don't get stuck in my teeth either, they're crunchy. Or like I like crunch bars, particularly. For snacks, I always prefer the ones that pack the most crunch. So a lot of like the air popped snacks, like have you ever had the like Pirate's Booty popcorn? Very good, very crunchy. Very airy, very light, but very crunchy. That's why I also like my fish-shaped cracker and my orange square cheddar cracker. They are good. They are yummy. And like all of my dinner things too, I like things that are crunchy. If I can ever have the opportunity to add more crunch to something, it's great. I love, like seaweed cracker things. What do you call them? Cracker's not the word. What do you call it? Seaweed, like when you get the crunchy seaweed snacks and then you put them in something and then you put them on top at the end and then give you a little bit of a crunch factor. What is it called? I guess nori is the word for it, but I feel like there's a 2-word thing for it. Whatever it may be. It's yummy. Don't like crunchy stuff that much. I have sensitive teeth. Listen, I also have kind of sensitive teeth. I end up just powering through it because something about the texture is very enjoyable to me. Nori is roasted seaweed. Oh, okay, so I guess that would be what it is, but I feel like there's another thing people call it. Furikake? Furikake might be what it is. That might be the word I was looking for. Because that's the ones that you put on top of stuff and they're a little bit crunchy. Maybe. The only time I like crunchy foods out is when something that's super easy for me to bite into and eat. Or like, I love if I make a sandwich. Jubby and I do this when we have our tuna fish sandwiches, which we haven't had in a hot minute. But when we make tuna fish, we will put, as funny as it sounds, we buy hint of lime chips. And we put hint of lime chips in it. I love putting chips in a sandwich, as if that makes it any easier for my tiny little mouth to bite over the sandwich because it's so big. But it's so good. The added little crunch factor. I always toast my bread. Jubby thinks I'm crazy for it. I toast bread for everything. I never eat untoasted bread. Why would you eat untoasted bread? It just gets soggy and limp and weak. No. No, 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 no. A hint of lime chips are amazing. They are good, but I think people think it's odd that, we like put them in things. Fresh nori is crunch, but it's been exposed to moisture. It loses the crunch and can be slimy. Oh. Yeah, I don't like slimy. I'll tell you that much. One of my least favorite textures is slimy. Do you toast your PB&Js? Yeah, I toast my PB&Js. Literally anything I'm going to eat that is bread is always toasted. I don't eat anything untoasted. Yeah, baguette is toasted. Everything gets toasted. Missing out, a fried egg on toast is delicious. I see, that's what I'm saying. I love a fried egg on toast. That's actually what I had for breakfast this morning, was an egg on toast. Jubby has a friend visiting. Usually we don't cook breakfast on weekdays. Jubby and I have a ritual for weekends, however. But Jubby had a friend visiting because Jubby's on Thanksgiving break from teaching. And today, right now, they're out just like
touring around, having fun in the city. But this morning, you know, I'm doing my work in here, me, as I do. And Debbie knocks on the door and is like, "Hi, honey, I brought you an egg." And I was like, I'm gonna cry. I was like, thanks. This makes my morning like 800% better. Thank you, Debbie. It was very good. I was very happy. Fried eggs and avocado toast using sprouted whole grain bread makes me happy. That sounds delicious. Our egg on toast usually has arugula in it. We are both big fans of arugula. This is a Brussels sprout, I promise. Hang on. Brussels sprout. Ooh, and then it has like its little like individual leaf things on it, right? I feel like this doesn't look right. And then like you can see the color transition change. Brussels sprout. Egg and English muffin, boiled egg and butter toast. Ooh. I have to say, I used to really love egg salad, which as somebody who hates slimy texture, the fact that I like any of those salad types of things is probably a miracle in and of itself. Oh wait, this needs to be like that, which is why it doesn't look right. There we go. The fact that I like any of those things is kind of a miracle, because Drubby doesn't like egg salad. They think I'm crazy for liking egg salad. But I love me some egg salad. But the amount of work that it takes for me to attempt to peel an egg, I don't know what it is with me. I feel like in my later years, I say being in my mid to late 20s, I feel like I've gotten really bad at peeling eggs. I used to do it all the time at home as a kid, and it was totally fine, and I never had any problem with it. But why? Tell me why. Tell me why. Ain't no way I can peel an egg. It just rips to shreds, and it's a disaster, and I lose like 10% of the egg. Shake them in cold water. I've done that. I've tried all the strats where you like put it inside a paper towel and you just like bang it all over the table, drop them in cold water. All of those things, and I always end up just eviscerating and destroying the egg. He deserves much better. I don't think they're that warm. Put it in vinegar. Does vinegar help? I don't know if I've heard that one before. But I just have, for some reason, the curse. Let's see. I'm gonna lean a Brussels sprout, because I'm doing like some sliced Brussels sprouts and others that aren't sliced. So we're gonna lean a Brussels sprout up like this. That way it has more height and some depth, right? And then we can see like the pattern that's on the inside. That's why I drew the other one like that. And then I can have like on top here just another whole Brussels. And then we're gonna put like the front is gonna be like over here. Right? That's a Brussels sprout. That looks Brussels-y. And then we can put like another one back here or something. Sprouts! Curse of eggless joy. So this is why we end up defaulting to tuna fish more often, is because we just somehow you can't destroy a tuna fish. You can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish. And I can't destroy it. Maybe it's just my egg curse. Joby usually makes eggs if we're making eggs, because for some reason I am really good at popping the yolk. Joby doesn't pop the yolk, so it turns out just fine. But I'm really good at wrecking the yolk. So maybe I just need to let Joby do it. Maybe I'm just cursed. Maybe eggs just hate me personally. I don't know what I did to them. Maybe I ate too many of them when I was younger. They developed some sort of resistance against me. Don't know. Maybe. New price of eggs makes me sad, not a cheap meal anymore. Yeah, I know. Eggs are kind of expensive now. It was proven on YouTube someone was really dedicated to tuning a fish. What do you mean? Did they like tune the bones or something? How do you tune a fish? Also, here's my insane vegetable medley plate. We'll like line it and try and make it look nice, but let me see what you guys have been up to. Let me go to this room and see what all has been illustrated. Yippee! Oh my gosh! What is going on here? Wait, is this a Midwestern salad? Who drew this? Sign your creations if you create something, so I know who you are. But who drew this one? Is this ambrosia salad? What is this? Please tell me. Please tell me. I feel like I know. I feel like that has to be what it is. Lenny, what is it? Too biased, I have chickens and they give me eggs. See, maybe the eggs like you particularly. Thank you for signing! Fellow Canadians better have drawn a Nanaimo bar?
I don't know what that is. Amber salad? No, we're not eating amber. Ambrosia salad is what it is. Have we talked about the lovely Midwestern salads that my family loves? Is that what it is? Is it ambrosia salad? I love ambrosia salad. You don't have to write that on there. I only just wanted to verify that that was what it was. Ah, it's so good. Ambrosia salad is Cool Whip with mandarin orange slices and a bunch of other things in it. I think also orzo and maraschino cherry pieces and stuff like that. It's so good. It's so good. I end up being kind of like a fake Midwesterner sometimes. My family makes all of those kinds of things. But I think it's lovely. People hate on Midwestern salads that have Cool Whip in them. I don't like the ones that are savory. I like the sweet ones. They're pretty good. But the combo, people say, of orzo and mandarin oranges and Cool Whip and maraschino cherry is maybe disturbing to some people. I think it also has pistachios in it. I don't remember what all it has in it. My dad used to make it for us all the time, though. And it is good. British Columbia staple dessert. Ah, hey, Canadians, represent! Tried it this last summer. There's an old garden club in my area, and they came over for a barbecue. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. You guys should try it. It's so good. Oh my god, what in the world? I can tell you've rendered food before. What in the world? Hang on, we'll get there. So, we have a cute little pie. Look at this cute little apple pie on its stand. It's so golden brown, cooked to perfection. This is the kind of pie that they would put on a windowsill, and I would drift with my feet off the ground, following my nose, following the steam, in the direction of. Lovely. I love a little pie. Oh, hi Selma. Welcome in. Hi Raiders. Welcome. I am Squiiji, freelance artist Fungi. I'm also an art educator. Today we're just being thankful. We're celebrating Shroomsgiving. We're creating dishes that we can share with one another, and we're discussing things we're thankful about. We're also mostly just talking about food opinions, potentially. But welcome in, sheep. Hello. Shroommates, please rotate for them if you'd be so kind. Oh, I see my mods raiding in. Can we perhaps get a shout out for Selma, please? How was your stream, Selma? What were you up to? What were you doing? I am observing many a snack that has been created here. Sanazum has made a beautiful carrot cake donut, which is lovely. Cornbread with horns on it. Got a nice kebab from Nilo. Lovely. I love a little kebab. Just me a game that was about to have the plug pulled. Oh, was it Tribe 9? But I saw you posting about that one recently. The gotcha baseball game? Question mark. Didn't think you would know. You made me a baseball in that game once, so I know what it is. Yeah, that one. Yeah. You made me the baseball. I know what it is. I hope you had fun with it, though. I'm sorry it's shutting down. That is so heartbreaking when a game that you enjoy shuts down. I used to play Rage of Bahamut once upon a time. I don't know if anyone knows what that is. But that was a game I had fun with, and that got shut down. Kingdom Hearts, Unchained, X, Union Cross, whichever combo of words that is, that one shut down. Man, it's so heartbreaking. That one at least had a long run. How long has Tribe 9 been around? I feel like it hasn't been out that long. Oh, Dragon, my family, their Christmas dinner, it's very Dutch. What is the purple? What is the Orpal food? I am intrigued. Mad Buns is here drawing, like, fully rendered snacks. This is insane. Look at the highlight on this beautiful crispy skin of this turkey. What in the world? Insanity. And insanity in the best way possible. It's lovely. Love the journey of the story. Also still need to finish that edit a lot of throwing in that. I thought the edit was done. That was a lot of work. Less than a year. Man, that's so sad. I guess they didn't return on their investments enough to stay open. It's red cabbage. Ah, I see. Okay, but they were guessing ube because we talked about ube earlier. But I see. I love that Grimoire Guestbook has taken the time to draw a zoo pal. Look at the zoo pal with the peas. And I think this is your piece of bread with your butter. It's so cute. Hi. Usually it was 3 months before they said it was closing down. There's characters we didn't get to play. Oh my god, it was only open for 3 months before they said it was shutting down? That's like, what is the one game where they announced the global launch and also the entire shutdown of the game in the same week? Was that a Love Live game or something? That was crazy, Dio. Insanity. More animations in the game. Oh, I see. But yeah, the zoo pal is so cute. What other dishes do we have? Nice little slice of pumpkin pie from Chocorama. With some little whipped cream on top and a little turkey. How cute. Conquered? Oh, Concord was a different situation though. That was a little different. Let's see what we have in here. Stuffing, I tried, you succeeded! I like your little red dish of stuffing, Soul Kingdom creator. This would be really focal on the table. It's bright red kitchenware. This is one of those Fiesta-ware heirlooms that may or may not contain uranium? Question mark? Was the uranium Fiesta-ware orange or was it red? I can't recall. I like that you colored your background though, it's cute. Hoshi, cookies and cream fudge. I'm not gonna lie to you, I knew that's what you were drawing, but for a second I thought it was ice cubes. Because we're talking about eating ice because it's crunchy earlier. But I can tell it's fudge. I see what you're going for. Shh. Hey, that's my fault. That's my fault. I thought it was lead in the Fiesta. I think there is also Fiestaware that has lead in it and also Fiestaware that has cadmium in it. Fiestaware really has done some experimental pigment work and they've put some things in there that really should not go in your mouth. I did sort of just slide right past this illustration in which my son is being cooked in a pot while there's a sheep doing something with fire? Question mark? Cadmium? Not this yet. No. Don't put cadmium in anything that could ever go near someone's mouth. Ever. Cadmium's really big and bad and toxic. It's evil. Any of your heavy metals are real bad to put in anything you're gonna get near your mouth. But cadmium is what they use to color like the, you know, the classic Lil Tykes, the little car thing that's yellow and red. They used to use cadmium for the pigment that was in that. So kids would, you know, be kids and chew on it and then get little bits of it into their system. And granted, it shouldn't leach out of it too bad, but if you leave your kid unsupervised with a red car long enough, suddenly your kid's getting heavy metal poisoning. Which sounds really cool and metal, but it's not. It's really bad. Don't do that. Not good. Yeah, badmium. Yes, just reverse the first 3 letters. Yes. So here, I made a mistake. I drank too much beverage before I started, so I am going to run to the old bathroom, but I will be back. I'm gonna powder my nose, as fellas who are not as revealing may say, but in the meantime, you can keep an eye on my son for me if you'd be so kind. Where is he? Is he here? My son? Where are you? Oh, hang on. I need... Come here, where are you? Hello? Nope, that's the wrong one. Where is he? I should have a little thing where he can bounce around my screen. This is the wrong one, but it'll at least work. I'll be right back. Gary's still in the pot. Oh, I guess that's probably why. And yeah, he is still mute, so I guess he's just not cooperating at all with me today. But I will be right back. Be good. Let me know if it touches the corner. No fires, especially since we're cooking things. Please no house fires. Please don't cut your fingers when you're doing your slicing of vegetables. Maintain proper kitchen safety. Make sure you're learning the other shifts if you're behind them with a knife also. I'll be right back. Meet me. I don't see any fires. Oh, wait, hang on. Did something happen? Oh, it's still displaying the raid. I can't pin and delete all the messages. Uh-oh, what happened? What are you doing? What are you doing? I see Rex is having to take people out. Oh, I see chanting. Get them! Get them, Mons! Get them! Just because you are my honored guests as raiders does not mean you can disobey our chanting rules. Get them. You will learn that there is consequences for your actions.
Why are the clothes so chewy? What? Should have done the 90s Polly Pockets for this? Oh, for mouthfeel and texture. Hi. Didn't raid in this time. Hi, Roku. I see that you're still here. Scatter, what were you guys doing? Let me turn this off. What were you doing? Is everything gone? Was it removed? Oh, message deleted by moderator, message deleted by moderator, message deleted by moderator. Interesting. Nothing evil? I don't believe you. I drew Gary with the sheep. I can tell this is you, Rex. I recognize your, like, style. Nothing evil? I'm sure. I'm sure you don't do anything evil. We did nothing, absolutely nothing. Somehow I find that hard to believe, but, you know, I'll trust you and believe you because the Shroomates would never lie to me. Ever. Wow, I look really scary in Yandere saying it like that. You'd never lie to me, right? Never. You'd never lie to me, right? That's really scary. That's enough of that, actually. For as much as this is like, everything's fine, this is a very creepy thing. If I ever need you to listen to me about something, I can just toggle this on and I can be like, hey, do not. Don't mess with me. Don't try it. Don't try anything. It ain't worth it. Sure. No betrayals hastily hidden. Sure, I believe you. I trust you. I trust and believe the Shroomates. How did I get Halloween rice shower again? I'm so excited for you and your rice showers. I have not pulled a banner Uma ever on the banner that they were on, ever. Never. I'm saving right now, but that's incredible. That's insane. Is that enough for 4 stars? It might be. Oh my god. Out of the fire, or out of the frying pan and into the fire. Let me take a look at what else we have. We've got a nice turkey. We're getting some turkey. Thank you, Mad Buns, for your beautiful dish here. Did I miss anything in here? Cookies and cream fudge. Let me continue working on mine so that I can add it to the table. Oh, this is the, you know, taking a step away from this one is great. It's pretty good. Third one. Wait, you got 3 rice showers? That's insane. Congrats. That is good luck. What the heck? Funny that no one commented on my Sonic curry? Your Sonic curry, Mad Buns. What? Hang on. Go back. Reverse? What do you mean your Sonic curry? Where did you draw Sonic curry? What? Huh? Sonic curry? Can I draw an extra in 3rd canvas? You could draw as many as you want. You don't have to stop with just one. If you are feeling inspired to keep drawing cute new foods for us to enjoy, go for it. I can just make more canvases if we run out. 3rd Halloween rice and 50 pools. That is insane luck, Selma. That's like my sister's luck with the Kita Sun Black card. The link is gone. No! Why is the link gone? Why has the link left me? Hang on, I'll grab it back from YouTube. I told it to not go away. I wonder why it unpinned. Here, come back. You wanna draw with us? Here's the link again because the link betrayed me and left. Let's see, can I make it pin forever? I thought I made it pin forever before. Unpin after, manually unpinned, or end of stream. There we go. Oh, my fault. That's okay. It's all right. Took me 120 pulls to get 1. I like 150 pulled for an Uma before and didn't get any. So I'm excited for you. I'm really excited for you. I'm really happy for you. Just wanted 1 Super Creek just for the skill. She has a way to, so I have a way to get Swinging Maestro and Professor of Curvature. Does she have Swinging Maestro? I thought the new Super Creek doesn't have that. I thought OG Super Creek was the one that had that. Wow, I'm lagging still really intently. 150, I'm so sorry. Yeah, my luck is not great. She did when I checked. Oh, she might. I might have just misread. I'm enjoying a lot today, now my arm's hurting. Just 1 plate is enough. Yeah, no, don't push yourself too hard. If 1 plate is good, 1 plate is plenty. Thank you for donating us your time and your nice little bit of snack. Gotta go to work. My last shift. Enjoy your shift. Good luck. I'm being so positive and uplifting despite the fact that I look terrified. Let me continue working on my dish. I still don't know what Mad Buns meant by Sonic Oh, I see. You've highlighted it with your cursor. I didn't even notice this. I was so distracted by the rendering here. You made this really focal and level of detail. Hi, Sonic Curry. Lovely. I'm sure Billy would approve of this. When I draw for Shroomsgiving, but I have to draw so much for school today. Hey, you don't have to draw. You can just hang out with us if you want. Save your strength if you must. That is A-okay. Don't push yourself too hard. We're here to relax and be thankful and complain a little bit about foods, maybe. And talk about kind of some other things, maybe. I had a thing I was gonna bring up also, but I forgot what it was. Reminds me of the Miku ramen. I tried the Miku ramen. I had Miku ramen. It was okay. It was just ramen with blue food coloring in it, which I'm assuming is all the Sonic curry was. I still have my cup from my Miku ramen. I think it's in my bedroom. Because that logically makes sense, the place to put your styrofoam cup that Miku is on. Right? Question mark? Oh, one of the things I was gonna say, so let me come back in here so I can continue to draw this. I'm gonna try and clean it up so I can just line art it a little bit, and then fill it in with colors. Although, honestly, if I was trying to do this, like, actually as rendering food, maybe I would do it without line art. I'm not gonna do that. That would take extra time, and I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do the fast option. But, the thing I was going to say, wait, I'm in the wrong room still, hang on, wait, hang on, fix, hang on, I'll tell you after. I know I'm keeping you on the edge of your seat of almost telling you the story twice now. Hang on, one more second. There we go. Weird top breakfast ramen before, just tasted like chicken ramen with maple and scrambled eggs. See, that seems like it'd kind of be good. Oh, here, I'll calm down. Thank you, Selma. I'll be relaxed. Squiiji sketch makes me hungry, snack time. I've achieved my goal if I have made you hungry. Yummy. So, I have one of my heart monitors now that I am supposed to wear. I don't have the backpack. The backpack one I don't start wearing until the beginning of December. However, I am supposed to wear like one of those, just like the ones you wear on your wrist, like one of the watch type ones, all the time, just to get like a baseline of sort of where I am with things at all times. So we can do a little check here. I'm just hanging out. I did just stand up a little bit ago, but we can see, let's see what my pulse is. Let's do a little pulse check. I'm gonna freeze for a second because it's through an app on my phone. Let's see, what's my pulse? Or my heart rate. Hello? Oh, my app needs to refresh. Hang on. Connecting. Yep, connected. Let's see. Ah, cool. So my current BPM is 87. That's good. That's not too bad. It was worse yesterday. That's good. Also, good news is that I have a totally normal heart rate while I'm asleep. So, don't know what that means for me. But kind of good. Boy, more medical stuff. I work in insurance. Yeah. I've been doing a lot of medical stuff lately. I'm okay. But it's a little strange these days. But honestly, it has been a little bit reassuring for me. The fact that despite some unknowns with health, I have a normal resting heart rate when I'm asleep, which is a good thing. And my heart rate isn't actually that bad as long as I'm taking my beta blockers. That may just mean that I just need to take beta blockers. And that may be all that is wrong. So we'll do my heart ultrasound, I'll do my stress test, and that may be all there is to it. And I just have to deal with the fact that I have a weird pressure on my chest forever. POTS, that is what I'm being investigated for. They do think that that could be one of the causes. I've actually been partially investigated for POTS before. But that investigation did not bear fruit. It didn't really go anywhere, unfortunately. Because they wouldn't give me the tilt table test, my insurance wouldn't cover it, but now I don't have insurance. So it doesn't matter either way. We're hoping that I will get insurance for the new year, and then I can finish whatever testing is left at that point, but I'm not gonna get my hopes up. What's POTS? Under the Mary Jane definition? No, I don't have Mary Jane. That's not what I have. POTS is I think does it count as a circulatory system disorder? I'm not an expert. It is a disorder which essentially causes your body's heart rate to spike when you change positions often, and I think it is also related to salt intake. I don't quite understand how it works, but when I was being investigated for it before, despite the fact that we didn't like finish a diagnosis, they were like, all right, increase your salt consumption and that'll help. And it did actually help. And the funny thing is, the reason I was being investigated for POTS before had nothing to do with my heart rate. I was being investigated for POTS because my legs fall asleep. We mostly found that it's just that my blood pressure is real low and my circulation's not great. But these could all be related things.
Postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. Basically, when you change positions, your blood pressure drops. My blood pressure does usually be low. It is usually kind of low. But it could also be that is impacting my heart rate, because it does increase resting heart rate, I believe, as well. And another interesting thing I learned, hang on. Do you know what is an interesting thing that I learned? People who have had COVID, there is some correlation. I'm not saying it's causation, but there seems to be some correlation between having had COVID and developing POTS. So I, unfortunately, have had COVID in an annoying manner. The first time I got it was because we didn't actually know POTS was in the US yet. I got it very, very, very early because my grandfather was in the hospital and he caught it, my sister caught it, and my mom caught it. It was in like February of 2020, so nobody knew it was here yet. So we all had it then, and then we got it a second time. Oh, we've been raided. Hello. Hi, Bill. Welcome in. Hi, Plumies. I am Squiiji, freelance artist Fungi. I'm also an art educator. Today, we are doing some drawing in Magma together. Thanksgiving's a little bit of a sham holiday. It's a little bit of a lie. They do tell us many a fib about how that holiday went down. However, we can use it as an occasion to be thankful for things and to eat some yummy, delicious dishes, mayhaps. So we're concocting some dishes together in Magma, and I'm making a veggie spread right now. So we've got our Brussels sprouts, our broccoli, our green beans, our asparagus, and our, like, glazed carrots. But hi, Shroommates, can you rotate for the Plumies, please? Who do it? The mushroom is an ingredient for the Thanksgiving dinner? No! Not this one, not me. I can't be an ingredient for your dinner. I'm inedible. I'm not worth eating. I taste bad. I don't have any nutrients. It's not worth it. You can eat other mushrooms though, that's fine. I'll permit you to eat other mushrooms. That one's fine. Here from Bill's Live, hello. Hi! How was your stream? What were you up to? What were you guys doing? Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Today's Shroomsgiving. Thanksgiving's tomorrow, technically. Today is my holiday. I've claimed it for myself. Oh, wait, I think about COVID. What did I say? Did I say something else? Did I misspeak? No, POTS is not contagious. No, I misspoke. Sorry. Playing that dang voice controlled game for the PS2. Oh my god, Vil. I have watched, I think you had a clip from that or something that I saw on Twitter. I don't know if you clipped it or someone else did. I was laughing so hard about it. That game seems so aggravating. Lost a bit of sanity as usual, but really funny. It seems so funny. It's so goofy. I don't know who thought developing a voice-controlled game for the PS2 was going to be an effective thing to do, but man, if we did not get decades of comedy out of it. Honestly, I'm happy they went forward with it. Really funny. I'm glad. That's so good. I think you guys are wanting Bella mushrooms. What do you mean Bella mushrooms? Portobello. You can eat a portobello mushroom. I don't have any mushrooms on this veggie platter, but that's because mushrooms aren't actually really a vegetable, even though people call them a vegetable. They're not, I promise. Konami, when they were daring and innovative. Oh, Konami, what have you done in the recent years? I can't even think of a... What does Konami even do these days? At least they don't horrify and terrify me like Square Enix does by just doing total nonsense and doing things that go against the initial impact and efforts of their game. But recently, Silent Hill, you know, I heard Silent Hill F was pretty good, and the remake was decent, so maybe they're on a comeback arc. I'd be happy about that. I don't pray for their demise. I don't pray for anyone's demise. Kind of doing a Squeenix? Oh, God. Man, don't do a Squeenix. Please, anything but a Squeenix. Please, anything but attaching NFTs to the figures you release. Yu-Gi-Oh! And casino machines. They make casino machines? I didn't know that. That is rather interesting. Ooh, I don't like that. Hang on. This is a lemon. They have the little thing that's like that, right? Yeah, sure. Hang on, wait. Like this. Yeah, beautiful. Now they got pachinko. Ah, I see. Plenty of pachinko. Yeah, that'll keep them in business. They'll be okay. They won't fall out of... They won't lose all of their ability to function as a company. Don't think the cloud NFT lasted long? I would think not, because
Imagine making an NFT attached to the protagonist of a game that is about eco-terrorism for the sake of limiting the overconsumption of a non-renewable source of power. Looks into the camera. Man, that is some irony, if nothing else. Casino machines? Yeah! I guess Konami does casino machines. It is interesting seeing, have you guys ever gone to arcades and seen the rather intriguing arcade cases that are just built around other existing titles? Like, there's like Mario cabinets and other kinds of cabinets and stuff like that. Enjoy your Thanksgiving dinner. Thanks for having us. Of course! Sorry, I forgot to say. Where are my manners? If you guys need to do things like eat or drink or snark me, please take care of yourselves. If you guys want to stick around and hang out, you are always welcome to do so. If you want to join us in drawing, I do have pinned at the top where you can join us in the Magma, where you can contribute your own foods. But if you need to do other things, please look after your health. Please make that a priority. But yeah, no, you're good. Go for it. Of course, you're always welcome here, Plumies. They just see an IP and look for ways to make money from it. Yeah, those are kind of the thing, I guess, that weirdly tides them over between other things being released. I'm trying to figure out how to draw this lemon in perspective. I really should have had. Does it like that? Maybe. Hang on. If I go like this, I can get it right eventually. This is what a lemon looks like. No, it's not. I'm gonna find a reference for a lemon before I keep trying to draw this lemon. Thank you for standing me. That is very kind. Moobot, why can't we say... Oh, you spelled pachinko wrong, I think. Maybe that's why Moobot doesn't like it? You play games, Silent Hill games. You have to play the official Silent Hill pachinko machine. Ah, Joby has talked about that before. Oh, sorry. It's okay. Don't worry about it. You're good. Went to an arcade and found a toothbrush machine? What do you mean a toothbrush machine? What are they doing with the toothbrushes? As in the machine dispenses toothbrushes? Or it's like themed around toothbrushes? I can't fathom what that means, realistically. Intriguing. After pie? Oh, I see. Thank you, Rex. I didn't think about that. I'm glad Moobot keeps up to date on unkind words that can be said without my knowledge, because I probably wouldn't have figured that out if Moobot hadn't. Think I've seen a capsule machine that gives small toothbrushes? You win, you get a toothbrush. Honestly, you know what? I'm here for it. I think we should put a lot more time and effort into our dental health. And therefore, if they are going to have machines that do that, I am fully on board. As much as maybe it's not as sick and cool and exciting as getting candy, it is much better for your health. The health craze has even reached the casinos. How crazy. Very, very sorry. It's okay, Selma. You didn't mean it. It's okay. It happens to the best of us. I have misspelled things before to terrible effect also. It happens. It happens. Especially when you don't realize you've misspelled it and it may contain a word that you don't like. Don't worry. It's okay. What was I saying though? Oh, we were talking about, sorry Plumies to immediately arrive and hear medical discussion, but we were talking about, I actually misspoke, but we were talking about how there seems to be maybe a correlation between people developing POTS after having had COVID, and I accidentally caught COVID before we knew COVID was here back in like February 2020. So that was unfortunate. And then I got it a second time as a treat because my sister is a party girl. She was a sorority girl and she did not let that shutdown get in the way of her college partying. So she caught it and then gave it to my whole extended family as a gift for Thanksgiving. So I got it a second time. And then, despite the fact that I have gotten I've gotten vaccinated for COVID a million times. So I'm terrified to know what it would have been like had I not been vaccinated. I'm sure the vaccine really reduced the effects for me. But I did get it a third time in like 2023 also. Oh, we've been raided again. Hello. Hi, Altair. Welcome in. Raid Tear? Welcome in. Hi, I am Squiiji. I'm a freelance artist Fungi and I'm also an art educator. Today, we are making some dishes to contribute for a little Thanksgiving dinner. So I'm making a nice veggie platter. The Shroomates have been working in Magma to draw some other dishes that contain things like Sonic curry and also some pies, some fudge, some other miscellaneous things. I think they're trying to cook my son also. If you'd like to join, I have a link at the top if you want to join everyone. But welcome in! Hi! Shroomates, can you rotate at them for me, please, as a welcome? Also, thank you for getting the shout-out, mods! What were you up to for stream? What were you doing? I see recent categories were Carry the Glass and Debug Deadline. Is Carry the Glass? That's a co-op game, right? I believe. Get Sniffed Raiders? Oh, I guess you could smell them too. I guess that does make sense for the fact that we're cooking. Hi. Hello. Nice to meet you. Welcome in. I am hard at work fighting my aphantasia while I try and draw a lemon. I should just Google what a lemon looks like. Lemon. I love your model. Thank you. I made it myself. I grew this flesh all on my own. Among my abilities, I'm also a 3D modeler. So thank you. I appreciate it. How was your stream? What were you up to? Also, thank you for following. I appreciate that as well. Lemon, yeah, it looks like a persimmon. Ow. I need a lemon wedge. Shroommate's reminder, don't be afraid to look up references for things. Oh, here's what I've done. Step 1 error is that the top should be flatter. Hang on, I might just have to start over on this. Delete your art. It's the best thing to do when things don't work. There we go. Let me do a better sketch of what a lemon looks like. Debugging bugs in the game. Debugging bugs in the game? Oh? Are you working on game? How goes debugging? How are the bugs doing? I hope that you are treating them with courtesy and kindness and not outing them of their houses. Or if you are, you at least find them somewhere else to live, maybe. I love your YouTube videos and character VTuber design. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad you like them. I'm happy I can help. Had the 3 big seat already? Oh, vacation to have any lasting side effects. That is very lucky. That is quite lucky. I thought it was an apple. What, my slice? This is why I needed a reference. So now I have a slice reference for a lemon. I'm gonna draw a big hefty chunk of lemon where like they cut it like this so that way the top profile of it is like flatter. Do you know what I mean? Like that. Hefty lemon. And then because we're looking at it, it has to go like this because it's coming towards us. Let's see if I can draw this in space properly. Wedge. Yeah, we gotta wedge this lemon properly. We're not giving the lemon a wedgie, but we are wedging it. So if I go like this, and then this has to carry around the entire underside, and then it sort of disappears around the back edge. And then we have to do the like whoop thing so it has sections. There we go. This is getting more lemony. And then from the top, there's like the little like thing. And then we can see it's been like, you know, cut into, so there's gonna be like now that is a lemon. Look at that. I am the master of lemons. It might have gotten too wide, and also the angle may not be perfectly correct, but it's better now. Your avatar reminds me of the Pokemon Shinotic and a little bit of Marini as well. I love Marini. Marini's actually one of my favorite Pokemon. I worked very hard to get my Marini in Sun and Moon. Marini is so cute. I love their little attitude. And it is funny that I feel like I do look more like Marini, which is an aquatic Pokemon, than I do some of the mushroom mushroom Pokemon. I like Shinotic, I kind of look like, people have said that I looked like, oh, what is his name? The little one that's grumpy? What is his name? I can't remember. I don't have the greatest memory. That's what the holes in my head cause. What is the little grumpy mushroom called? What is his name? He's like beige and green. Is it Shroomish? Beige and green? Is that what he's called? I don't remember. He's grumpy though, which is why I can't be him, despite the fact that he's a mushroom of a similar shape. Yeah, I'm not grumpy. I'm never grouch. Think so? See, I feel like if we're talking about what Pokemon I am more like, it's definitely Marini, because Marini's always smiling. Despite being like poisonous and all of that, Marini is in a good mood and is really cute and has good shape language and good colors. I don't know if I'm excited about the colors of the Shroomish one. Let's see if I figure out this lemon. There, look, wedge of lemon. I just need to go like that, make it a little bit more pointed, maybe. There we go. There's my lemon wedge. Honestly, this probably can come further out this way too, so that way it feels like it has a little more depth. And then if I push that in a little bit more and then pull this out a little bit more, I'm kind of goofing it up, I feel like. But I feel like this is more of a lemon now than it was before. We're getting there.
Favorite Pokemon is Mimikyu. I'm Shroomish. Riku, but are you really grumpy? I thought you were Orpal. We gotta get you a better Orpal. We gotta get you an Orpal that properly matches. You gotta get like a moth or something. Mimikyu is very cute. Litten is also very cute. I don't know how I feel about that evolution line though, with Litten. That cat ending up being on 2 legs and becoming a wrestler was not on my bingo for that game. I was very surprised, to say the least. Which, like, I don't hate it. I know people were really not a fan of it. I thought it was fine. It was creative. I'm okay with it. But it's not my favorite ever. Skitty is my favorite. Oh, my neck is so long. Skitty is my favorite Pokemon. I love Skitty. Cute little pink kitty cat. I'm amazed that in my I hate pink phase as a kid, the one that most tomboys and or NBs and or trans fellows go through, I'm amazed that I was not more put off by the fact that Skitty is pink. But honestly, why would it be? Skitty is cute. And I'm glad I've grown to an age where pink is no longer disturbing to me, because that color doesn't have any gender. Oh, you can't hold me down. Love weird blobby guys. Blobby guys are good. They are very good. Diancie. What is Diancie? I will say, for as much as I have played a couple Pokemon games, I am not the most knowledgeable about Pokemon, so I may not be familiar with a lot of Pokemon that are post Gen 3, unless they're in Sun or Moon. Despite having played X and Black, my memory is loose. Diamond Pokemon. Oh, wait, I know the one you're talking about. Long neck. Yeah, that's a toggle. We do that. I can be a giraffe sometimes. I need the extra height. It's hard to see things. I need a little bit of extra height so I can draw a lemon. My little bunny. Oh, I know Carbink. I know what that one is. From X and Y. Yeah. I know that one. Umbreon and Espeon. Those ones are cute. Let cat Pokemon stay quadrupeds. That's what I'm saying. Isn't the green one also not quadruped? Also when it evolves? The green one that's from Sapphire? Or is that from Sword and Shield? I can't actually remember. We've had enough new Pokemon generations that I can't keep track of who's from what anymore. I also used to be way better at keeping track of Pokemon generations back when I played Pokemon Go. Which I haven't played in a very long time. Paws on the ground. Riku would like green Butterfree. Do they have a purple Butterfree? Or would we just have to assign Riku a Venonat because that is Orpal and also moth-like? But I guess it's like a gnat. Or not Venonat. What does Venonat evolve into? I don't remember what that guy's called either. No. Brigatito starts as quadruped, now stands on 2 feet. Rip. Art category or not? Ah, hey, good call. Good catch. I probably should be in the art category because I am drawing. I don't always put myself in that category depending on what I'm doing. But, you know, I am drawing right now. So I will do that, actually. Thank you. Brion and Audino. Moth better, no day flyers. Ryuku's allergic to the sun. Butterfree is purple, I thought. Is Butterfree purple? Ah! There's a Tauti Pokemon? Wow, wait, there are good Pokemon. Hi. Hi, Joby, what's up?
How are we doing, chat?
Joby is here. Hey, Selma, are you ready for your gold pools? This is Joby, my partner, if anyone is not familiar. They are behind me.
We're doing gold pools?
Potentially. Selma was waiting for you to assist with some pools for something.
Selma, let's get into it. Let's crack some packs.
Hold up, and it's shimmer pools. Yep, there you go, ready? If anyone else needs blessings for their gachas, Joby apparently has really good luck for these and gives good blessings. If I give a blessing, you're gonna get the most common result ever. But if Joby helps you, you'll get something good.
I can see the code.
Yes,
I already
you can.
saw the edge of the simulation.
True.
Why are you long?
They extended my neck for fun. It makes me tall. Look, I'm drawing veggies.
Oh, nice. A little still life situation.
Yeah, making a little platter. I had to Google what lemons looked like.
That's valid.
Okay, are we ready? Is everybody ready? Joby, you ready to bestow a blessing? I imagine you also peered for a purpose.
One
also,
second.
But...
Wait, guys, don't do it right now. I just felt a stinging pain in my head when everybody tried to do it all at once.
Oh, okay, one at a time. Do we have to take turns?
How many people, let's get a hand raised in the chat, who's all pulling right now? Because if it's more than 5, that's a problem.
Oh, we might have some interference.
I'm seeing I can't see the pathways now. They're all going towards the same green
They're
door.
cluttered. Uh-oh, okay. Green door. Are you talking about Uma Musume?
No, I
That
can
is a
see
door.
through the king. I see the Kingdom Heart,
Oh.
the big doorway to the Kingdom. Roxas is, or what's his name's in there? Riku.
Riku's in there. Aqua was also in there. You got a couple options in there.
All right, guys, wait.
Wait.
Uh-oh.
They don't love you like I love you.
Wait, my heart's opening. My heart's opening.
Okay, yeah.
It's
Are you
time to
gonna count
pull.
it?
It's time to pull now. And if you're pulling whatever one is on the left, it's on the left.
Oh, okay, we're getting directional input also. Good, okay.
A lot of people will say right for best strat, B for best strat. When in doubt, deagle it out. I'm not.
You disagree?
I disagree wholeheartedly right now. Left is what it feels like for me.
Okay, left is where it is.
Pull, pull, pull.
Alright, go, 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 go.
And for anyone that's using support cards on Uma Shmushime,
Uma Musume.
I'm going to tell you right now the stock trade-in value in my brain through looking through the matrix openings, they're down today. So I wouldn't even pull any support.
Oh, okay, so no pulling from a Musume.
Don't look for yeah, because I'm looking at the Dow Jones in my brain,
Yeah.
and it's saying not good. So
Okay,
be
alright,
mindful
so
of that.
noted. Good thing I didn't try any pulls today. I'm saving for that Key to Sun Black rerun. Also, this should not be a right angle. This should be like gradual.
Someone
transition.
called me out and said Uma Musume.
I said it too.
Valid.
Sadly, the shimmering is not shimmering. Oh no, Joby, your luck has come to an end, I think.
No, Selma. What I need you to do. Remember, I can only do so much of this. Your heart has to be in the heart of the card.
Oh no, is your heart not in the cards?
Have you been digging around any Egyptian tombs recently? Do you know where the
Did you obtain a curse, maybe?
Look in your local paper and see if there's any millennium pieces you can use, because seriously, that'll give you
That'll help a
stat
lot.
boost.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I came back.
You're back. I did notice that. You are
And,
back.
I brought some crazy stuff with me.
Whoa,
I
okay.
took my friend down to the local model kit center. Which
Yeah.
I have some really bad news to tell you.
Uh-oh, what's the really bad news?
The beautiful model kit place we go to
Yeah?
is closing this year.
No!
I-
What
I-
the
They
heck?
literally told us that they're closing, and it's probably sometime in June. So if we want to go out, there's probably going to be a blowout sale.
Oh my
probably.
god!
And
But I'm so sad!
literally, I bring my friend there. We're hanging out. We're having a good time, and literally we're buying it, and he's freaking out because the place that we go to back in our hometown is
Yeah.
tiny.
This place is
This
really
place
nice
is-
and big.
And he's looking at stuff, he's finding stuff, he's freaking out, he's got some cool stuff. And then a guy walks up and is like, too bad they're closing.
Oh.
Like, what? And he tells us, he's like, yeah, I'm part of the newsletter. It's like, so yeah.
Oh, you gotta show up and ruin someone's day.
Yeah, but now we have to figure out, so we have to go there before they
Oh,
close.
pronto.
But I got some cool stuff. So
What you
remember-
got?
Number one, you know that I wanted to make a little tank.
Yeah, did you get a little tank?
Paint the eyes on him, so I got this little guy, he's 176 scale.
Oh,
really, really tiny.
eyeball
He
tank.
got an even smaller tank for $5. But look at this.
Okay,
I got
nice.
this stuff for my dad's scenic.
Oh, it's
remember
train situation?
the train situation
Yeah.
I was gonna build for him. So
Mhm,
I'm gonna build that. I got
Very
some
good,
little
very cute.
Scale stuff and some diorama stuff. This stuff's
Nice.
not cheap, but
Fair. Hey,
Ball
good
now.
stuff never is.
look at this. You're gonna love this. That's a ramen machine. It's just a 1/12 scale.
Oh,
ramen
that's so
machine.
cute. What the heck?
It's called Nostalgic Vending Machine.
Oh,
Udon.
that is very cute. Here, let me Google it so I can show the Shroommates what you're talking about. What is it
Yeah,
called?
It's called the Nostalgic Vending Machine by Hasegawa Hobby Kits.
This one?
That's the one exactly.
This is a little kit that you get to build.
It was literally.
Look
It's,
how cute.
it's literally it was $20.
Yeah, right.
Literally really cheap.
Oh, hey, that's not bad at all. Oh, here, I will take a sip of your beverage. Me a little aloe beverage in.
I'm gonna let you guys get back to what you're doing. Me and
Okay.
my boy are gonna build some model kits.
Have fun.
We went to the game store, but like we both balled out here that we were
Oh,
like,
yeah.
let's just go home.
Fair, fair, fair. You were too excited to build your kit.
I know.
Do you need to grab supplies from in here?
Yeah,
I think you probably need your clippers. One of the clippers fell on the floor here, or the big
I-
wire snip.
I need the
right there.
Lucky and I need the Tamiya glue. There it is.
Oh, you gotta grab your Tamiya glue. One of the snips is on the floor here. I can't reach him. He
Snip.
fell.
Ow. Oh, it's knocked out my back.
Oh, baby tank.
Baby. Which, to be honest, I should have gotten the baby tank, but there was only
Very
one
cute.
left.
Do you want to say hi?
Jovi's friend is here to say hi.
What's up, chat?
Many a visitor. Thank you. Hey, real quick, don't say my name.
I know.
Yeah, no. I briefed him on
Sorry,
that.
Good brief.
Also, I tried to contact this guy so many times years ago because I love his art. And
Oh,
he's
yeah.
Never...
We're talking about the wall
They're
art.
saying hello. Yeah, they're discussing my wall art.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
cool.
chat.
Thanks.
Hey, chat.
We don't usually call them chat. We usually call them the Shroommates.
Yeah, but
Shroommates.
Refer to them by their name,
chat,
please.
somebody clip this.
No, there's nothing to clip. Alright, and they're torturing me. Thanks.
Where are my snips? My good snips, my cuticle cutters.
They should be in the cup, but I moved the cup. I don't know where the cup is right now. It might be on the floor. It's down there.
I'm gonna cry.
Just grab the whole cup. Take the whole cup. You want everything that's in that cup, I promise. Clipped. I don't have that as a command.
Quiet, and I'm just gonna observe that table.
Okay, you can do whatever you want. You're okay. I'm gonna draw some carrots while I'm on fire. They sound exactly the same. I can't say I agree, but they might because they're in the distance. My mic isn't hearing them very well. Apparently most people say you sound similar.
Boys since we was
This
youngins.
is boys since we was young.
Yeah, that's true.
What was the context of that? I missed everything before.
Your voices sound similar, apparently. You are very silently observing our table, huh?
We're doing our research.
Oh no, I'm burning the veggies.
I'm peer reviewed.
Who? What peers reviewed you?
My peer over there, ain't that right, boy? Dab me up for that. All right, we're getting out of here. Hey, you guys enjoy
Okay.
the rest of your stream.
New person? Yeah, Toby's friend is visiting us, so they came in here. They need to acquire all the
Like
model
that
kit
grocer
stuff.
hunt? Yeah, you know you love that. Yeah, my wood's Yeah, it's not great. No, it's not great.
No, it's cool though.
Let's get out of here. We got to
Yeah.
Joby's kicking them out. Shroommates, say bye!
Bye.
You can say bye also.
I tried.
Bye. They sound like middle school boys. They're not. I need you to know these are fully adult boys. This is the fella that Joby officiated a wedding for a couple weeks ago. Joby's friend has a lower register. Maybe? Their voices sound different, but I don't know if it's that they're lower and higher. They just have a different tone, maybe. Thank you guys for burning my carrots, though. I don't appreciate it. I'm trying to fix this carrot. He's just a little too floppy. There we go. Properly floppied carrot. What were we talking about? I lost the plot. My whole brain got taken over. I'm sure you can understand why that might happen. What were we discussing? I don't even remember. We started like 7 different things. Pokemon! Ah, thank you, Hoshi. Thank you. Lower voice, but lower register. Oh, maybe. Did we ever have a ploy? What do you mean a ploy? What ploy? What ploy are you doing? Are you coming up with things to do against me? Assigning moths. Yeah, what moth do you want? I do still want to do a mushroom assigning stream sometime. Keep an eye on the Twitter for a day where I might go through my little booklet of... I have many a guide for mushrooms. I want to assign everyone a mushroom that they can be based on vibes. I want to do that at some point. I've been talking about it for so long, and I've not done it. I need to just, like, do the things that I say I'm going to do. I have so many ideas for streams that I never execute, because there's so many other things I need to execute on. But that'll probably be, like, a Friday stream one of these days. I also have to return to the funny little, like, body part stealing streams. Because we did one of those, like, almost a year ago at this point. It was in, like, February or so of last year? Did you miss the Pride Mecha Boss? What? What Pride Mecha Boss? What are you talking about? By the way, for hobby stores, y'all's local and a nice mall are like mine in the rundown seedy part of town. Ours is in a place that is not the nicest, maybe? And I mean that as in the state. We have to cross the state line in order to get to the hobby shop, or at least to get to this one. And I would say it's not a bad part of town by any means, but it's definitely not in, like, a nicer part either. It is quite okay. In Tribe 9, there's a rainbow mech you could fight. Oh man, I'm missing out on the mechs. Come on. Joby's friend who came in here is another Gundam enjoyer. Speaking of, do you want to look at pals for a stream? Pals? What do you mean pals? What are pals? I'm trying to think of what that could stand for. I'm thinking of the... Is there... What is the PAL system? Isn't there a PAL system in Metal Gear? Doesn't Hal call something the PAL system? I feel like he might. Like PAL World? Oh. You know, I had not had any
thought or intent of approaching Pal World potentially, but if there's interest in that, we could talk about it maybe. I feel like many of the pals are copying the homework of Pokemon too closely. I'm not going to say that it's actively plagiarism, but it's just a little too close for me, where it feels like they weren't coming up with unique ideas for a lot of them, or they were just executing a concept really, really one-to-one. But I know they have done some things to differentiate themselves more in the recent years. So I don't know. Same boat. In that game, you can give them guns. I mean, that is interesting. Yeah, inspired with an air quote. I don't know. I'd have to look at it to see if it is something I would be comfortable talking about. Don't know. My jury's still out on how I feel about Power World. Newer ones aren't as Pokemon. Okay, well, they learned from their mistake because they were in an active lawsuit, I think, with Nintendo. I think they won, though. Or maybe Nintendo dropped it. I feel like something happened with it, right? Or am I just totally making things up? I could be making things up. They did win. Oh, hello again.
I done left
Whoopsie.
done left a panel liner in here, didn't I, huh?
Oh, yeah. Are you still in your charger?
Whoopsie daisy. Yeah, I need the charger.
Okay.
For the phone. Thank you.
No problem. Joey came back. Lawsuit was over a game mechanic, not the characters. Which is such a funny thing because didn't it turn out that like a lot of the models were pretty much one-to-one with Pokemon's models? So how is that not? I mean, I guess technically you can't. I mean, I guess that gets into a whole bunch of legality that I don't know if I understand the best. But man, of all the things to go for, I feel like you'd have a better case with the fact that some of them were pretty much like, what do you call them? Piecemealed together from other Pokemon models? Don't know. Hi, Cymera. Now focus on the summoning and capturing using the monsters as transportation. They followed the copyright rule of 3. What does that mean? Like they smashed 3 different things together and therefore were allowed to do it? Is that the rule of 3 you're discussing? Focus. Loxton video going over the early ones. A what video? I don't know what a Loxton is. Is that a person? I'm unfamiliar. That's Zany's model child? Who? Oh, Sai? Oh, Sai, are you a Zany kid? I don't know if I've witnessed Zany kids in the wild yet, but I know it's a possibility. I know they're out there. Which is exciting. Potentially. What do you mean by the copyright rule of 3, though, Spudley? I don't know if I'm familiar with that one. I'm not really that well versed with legalities. Only one model was truly one-to-one. A pal's hair was exactly Primarina's hair. I saw that, but there's one that has, like, almost exactly, like, Kyogre's body or something, too. If there's 3 differences between designs, then you can claim difference for copyright. Ah, I see. Okay. Usually in the arts, we say that something has to be at least 30%, or can only reference up to 30% of something directly before it turns into a problem. So I'm interested because that seems way more forgiving. Only 3 differences could be 3 small differences. That doesn't take into account scale or proportion of design made up by those things that are not different. Because if they say, oh, the 3 differences are the eye shape and the color and the sound that it makes, that's not design, something else about it, I wonder if that would be enough because they're so minimal. I feel like there's a lot of vagueness to trying to rule on that. It's pedantic, yes, sounds that way. Loxton and Noggin? He's the Pokemon Professor YouTuber. Oh, I'm unfamiliar. Pardon me, I was not aware. Me? Who, me? A child of Zany? It's possible? Spotted, I see you. Okay, I need to make a VGen. VGen is nice. I do like VGen, although I do not like VGen for the sake that my messages, because I get so many of them, are a total disaster and are kind of useless right now. I have so many messages on VGen that even if I were to spend a week only going through messages on VGen, I would not find or be able to get through every message that has been sent to me. It's kind of become out of control. Also, wait, hang on. I have a question for all of you. I have a question for you. That's a weird, like, tech thing that has been occurring to me in the last pretty much just a week, I think. Has anyone had ridiculous issues trying to message people with Twitter? I'm so confused right now. I sent people some messages for Secret Santa. Oh, which I should say also, all of the Secret Santa for the Shroom State All of the assignments have been given out. If you have not found your assignment and believe you should have received one, do let me know because we can figure out how to hunt it down. If it was via email or via Discord, make sure you check your spam folder or message requests because I was sending out so many of them that they might not have trusted me. But I was sending people their info via Twitter, and I was checking on my phone because I could see that somebody had responded to me, yet I couldn't actually see their response. I could only see the response on Twitter if I clicked it when the notification came down. But if I wasn't quick enough and I just navigated into the app to look for the messages, they weren't there. The only place I can actually find messages is on my computer. So like Billy was just sending me stuff about Miraculous the other day, as we do on Twitter mostly. That's honestly like a third of what Twitter is for us, is just the thing where we send each other miraculous ladybug things. And I look at Uma Musume, but I don't know what was happening. We were sending each other things and neither of us could see what we were sending to each other. It just wasn't working. I don't get it. But if I go on my computer, I can see everything, but from my phone, I can't see anything. After some point, I've always had issues messaging on Twitter. Ow. Like, Hoshi, I sent you that update yesterday, and I couldn't see that I'd sent it on my phone, and then in the evening I was having like one of those like momentary panics where I was like, oh my god, did I not actually send it? Did I make up that I sent it? Did I not send it and then convince myself that I did? I was like, oh man, okay, let me go get on my computer again so I can like re-screenshot it and send it again. What the heck? How did I do that? And then I go restart computer, open Blender, screenshot again, go back to the messages, and I can see that I'd already sent it. And I was like, hey, Twitter, what do you think you're doing? Why do you think you're doing that? It's being incredibly silly. Twitter app breaks like every other day. I know, and it drives me nuts because like I use it frequently enough that it's bothersome. I'm gonna Google a string bean, by the way, also. Twitter might have made a new issue with the update they made with location feature. Oh, not to be political about anything, but did you see how and why that's no longer currently a feature technically? It was like up for like 8 hours and then went right away. Yeah. I won't get into it, but it's worth Googling if you're not aware as to why it was a feature and then went away. By the way, if you get shadow banned on Twitter, just log out for a week and you'll be unshadow banned. I see, I knew, weren't you doing that, Rex? Did it work? Did it help? I've heard varying results about what helps or not with shadow bans on Twitter, but apparently that may be something that could be helpful. There we go. There's my bean, it worked. Yay! I'm so glad it worked for you. I always feel so bad when people get shadow banned too because usually it's not by any wrongdoing that you had ever made, it's just because Twitter is just strange. A lot of the views were from you commenting. Oh, yippee! Happy to help! I returned from a long conversation with my mother. How goes Shroom State? Good! Shroom State goes well! Look at my beans! Hi, Amber! Do we know why shadow bans happen? We do know some of the reasons why they happen. If you are commenting on too many things or sending too many messages out, you may get logged as being not a real person, and that can be part of the reason why. If you are posting too many things, that is also one of the reasons why. Or if you're posting things that are too similar with the words or tags you're using, that can be one of the reasons. I have also heard that posting too many links does it also. There's a number of them. Have you been putting those beans on toast? Hey, what you got against beans on toast? Do we have strong feelings on beans on toast? Chubby and I had beans on toast recently just to try it. It wasn't that bad. I'm not gonna say it's in like the top 10 foods of all time by any means, but like it wasn't bad per se. So this bean is too thick. Feeling when your beans are too thick. Come on, narrow the bean. There, that's better. Never had beans on toast? Sounds nasty. Wow. Well, just imagine for me in your brain. You make a piece of toast, and you essentially putting like baked beans on them with some like seasoning. Sometimes you put cheese on with them. People put things with them. And it's just a crunchy, salty snack that has a little bit of fiber and protein in it. Baked beans on toast with eggs and sausage? Yeah, with egg it's good. But don't eat it. Don't like black beans. Why are you using black beans? I didn't think, what, hang on, question. Brits, what bean do you usually use? What bean do you use? What species? What kind of bean? Baked bean. Yeah, baked beans, which are not black beans. I believe baked beans are... What kind of bean is baked beans? Yeah, the baked one. What kind of bean is baked bean? Is that, kidney? Haricot. I've never heard of that bean. I know of the great northern bean, and I know of the kidney bean, and the pinto bean, and the black bean. I've never heard of haricot or haricot bean. Is that a species of, or specimen of bean that is only used for baked beans? Not sure, don't have beans? Always thought it was always baked beans? I think it is always baked beans. The bean that grows in the oven. Why are there beans growing in your oven? I feel like that is concerning. You shouldn't have vines in your oven. Don't mind beans on toast. Once in a while, comfort food. Garbanzo beans. I know a garbanzo bean also. I've met them before. I've been known to hang out with the garbanzo beans from time to time. Yummy oven beans. Sometimes you say sentences that just, like, mildly confuse me or concern me, but, like, not actually concerned. Just, like, concern me in a whimsical, silly way. Why are the beans in the oven? Don't even like toast. What do you have against toast? Why don't you like toast? I can live with not liking beans, that's fine, but why don't you like toast? Given the opportunity, I will just eat toast for breakfast, sometimes with, like, not even anything on it. One of my stock standard EG breakfast meals is buttered toast with honey on it. Like, if I'm in a mood where, like, I don't feel well, and I don't feel like I can eat something, I can always put down some buttered toast with honey on it. So, like, if I just need to have nutrition so that I can take meds, that's the solution. Why do you not like bread? I'm starting to think you don't eat. Please consume. Please eat. Love honey toast? Yeah, honey toast is really good. What the heck? I have a link of the types? Link of the types of bean. Like toast, but only with eggs or jam. Prefer untoasted bread most of the time for sandwiches, except paninis. Why do you like your bread soggy? Why do you enjoy the option of bread be soggy when you can have option of bread not soggy? Why do you allow yourself to live that way? I say, I'm not actually judging you. You can live however you want. Live your own truth. However, I will not be doing that. Put my frosted cake in the microwave? What? And live suggestions? Okay, hang on, I'll look. Navy beans are the typical bean used for English baked beans. Oh, navy beans! Have you ever had navy bean cake? That's a thing that I'm aware of. That is a thing that is listed in the Great Depression meal prep book that my great-grandmother had that got passed down through my family. Navy bean cake. You blend them into, I guess, the bulk of what the cake is. I don't know if there's very much flour in it either. But it does, it sure has the navy beans in it. Let's see, I'm gonna put the line on the side of this one. Oh, these beans. I'm taking a really long time to draw this, but that's because I really want to like it. Navy beans are also called haricot. Oh! Oh! See, I didn't know they had two names. I was unaware of this. See, I'm learning something today. Oh, let me look at the beans. Let's just gaze upon some beans real quick. Oh, I'm getting a recipe for something. Half cup coleslaw dressing, quarter cup barbecue sauce, 1/5 tablespoon mustard. Can add honey or lemon for flavor. That's a Chick-fil-A sauce copycat. Oh, thank you, Sanizum, for your hacks and for your secrets. What kind of beans are baked beans made from? Detailed look at this classic dish. Baked beans are considered American classic. They originated in Native American cooking. Hell yeah. Grew in popularity in England in the 1700s and 1800s. They gained flavor with the addition of pork, salt, molasses, and onions. Oh no! Wait. I now have fear in my heart. Can baked beans usually contain pork? I've never noticed they have, like, bits of it. But please tell me there's not, like, actually pork in bits. Baked beans where I come from don't, because halal. Depends. Oh, now I'm worried. Pork and beans. So if the can doesn't say pork and beans, am I okay? Usually fat chunk? Oh no, have I been eating pork fat? Don't like that. Check the back. You know, that does suck. That is something where I had never even thought to check the back because I thought I was safe. I thought, it's just beans. It's just beans. Why would I have to look into the ingredients of the beans? But then again, this is like a apple lime Ricky situation. In a beverage called an apple lime Ricky, why the hell would I, under any circumstances, assume that because it's apple lime flavored, why in God's green earth would that mean that it contains mango? Why? Traditionally, it's baked with pork. Man, I'm a fake American. I didn't know that. Oh, God. Maggie? Baked beans are vegetarian, made with beans and tomato sauce. My dad makes baked beans that don't contain any kind of meat, though, when he makes them from scratch. They get a lot of barbecue sauce in them. And mustard and some ketchup. And yeah, like molasses and salt and onion. But his don't have any pork in them, which is strange, because I feel like my father's the kind of guy that would want to put that in his meal. Potentially. I'm disturbed now. But apparently you can make baked beans with navy beans, which are also known as Yankee beans and pea beans. And then also Great Northern beans, you can make them with pinto beans or kidney beans. Yankee beans, not spelled like that. Yankee as in the thing you call somebody who is from the northeast of the US, Yankee. Like the baseball team, the Yankees. Never tried baked beans before. Hoshi, did you say earlier that you said you've never had a meat before also? What do they feed you? What thing, have you, granted, actually, I can't even say that because I think I was like 16 before I ever had a donut, so maybe we're not that dissimilar. Maybe we're more alike than I think, but Yankee with no brim beans. God, I sure hope that your beans don't have no brim in the beans. Please, no brim in the beans. What? Nope. First donut for Sweet 16? No, I can remember very distinctly why I had my first donut. Do you want to know where and how I had my first donut? It was a field trip at school. One of my friends, because like you could either pack a lunch for field trips or you could get like the lunch that they would bring with for them. And I packed a lunch and sat with my friend who also packed a lunch, and my friend who had packed a lunch had one of those little, like, you know, little packets of donuts where it's like 2 little powdered donuts next to each other in a little plastic wrappy. That was what I had. And I was just like looking at him when she was eating them, and she was like, would you like one? I was like, what's it like? What do donuts taste like? I was like, I know that they're like a fried thing, it's covered in powdered sugar, so I can't imagine it's bad. And she was like, we're sitting next to her, and she like full body turned to look at me, and she was like, what do you mean, what does a donut taste like? She was like almost mad, because I was like, I don't want to take your food. She was like, no, you're eating it. And she was like, you eat it. She was like, you don't get an option, you're gonna have it. She was like, I need to make sure you experience this. And it was good. I enjoyed it. It was very nice of her to share with me. I gave her something I had in my lunch. I think I gave her like half of my fruit cup or something. I don't know. It wasn't nearly as interesting, but I was like, I'll pay you back someday. Yeah, my first donut lore. Do you guys know what I mean if I were to say that my mom is an almond mom and I grew up in an ingredients household? Do those buzzwords mean anything to you? Because I think they explain the entirety of that situation very succinctly. Almond Eye? No, I do love Almond Eye. She is a beautiful Uma, who I am waiting for. I would love to pull for her, but no. Not her. Yup, no. Ingredient house? Makes complete sense. So, an almond mom is usually just somebody, a mother, who is particularly very healthy about the things that she is willing to offer to her children to eat. So my mother was very picky about the kinds of foods we could buy. So if we got cereal, it had to have at least 3 grams of fiber and less than 8 grams of sugar. If we had like chips, they had to be organic, but we never really bought chips to begin with, period. Yeah, a lot of that stuff. We only ever had whole grain bread. We never really had anything else as bread. Very particular about things. Mom never brought junk food. Yeah, exactly. We never had junk food. Ever growing up. The closest to junk food we had was we did have fish crackers. We got little packets of fish cracker, and if we had a chip, it was Sun Chips. Which, you know, I honestly can't complain that much. Sun Chips are good. But yeah. More delicious food added to first page. Oh, I'll have to check in. Hang on. I haven't checked in a second, but let me draw My almond, as I'm talking about my almond mom. An almond in mother of Shroom Mom. But yeah, she was very particular about stuff like that. We drank. Does anyone know what benefiber is? Do you know what benefiber is? Does anyone share the experience with me of drinking water with weird texture and it was chalky water? My mother was very worried about our fiber intake. Like Vitagen, are you cold? No, benefiber is just like a fiber powder. Oh, Chili has been there. Chili knows. Benefiber is a powdered fiber mixture that you're supposed to put in beverages. It's meant for people who do not have enough fiber in their diet as a supplement. So like often it's for people who are having like digestive trouble. Usually not under the age of like maybe 50 often. Yeah, Chili knows. Chili does knows. Man, so my mother would put that in everything we would drink. And it's kind of nasty. It's supposedly flavorless, and I can't say I actually remember it contributing much to flavor. But, oh god, it made the water like real, like weird and powdery. It was like chalky. It was gross. Icky. Cannot recommend. Flavorless lies. Yeah, most things that they tell you are flavorless are not actually flavorless, and it was really chock full of texture, let me tell you. But we did have that for most of my life, and I can't say it was enjoyable at all. But that's an almond mom thing to have done. Despite the fact that we were definitely getting enough fiber, and there were definitely easier ways to get fiber. It was totally fine to eat, let me just say, if I was having it in, like, milk, or, like, she'd put it in our cereal. When we were really little and she'd make our cereal for us, she would put it in the cereal milk, but that was fine. You couldn't really taste it if it was in something that had flavor, but in water it was awful. Not good, bad. They brought it back. Oh, the countries are back. Yeah, the countries are back. It's no secret. I'm from the US of A. I don't think I was hiding that, despite maybe becoming a fake American by result of not knowing that pork was contained within baked beans. So while I may be a fake American, I do live there. Alas. Thought they changed that back due to exposing right-wing protesters being out of the US. They did, but I think they've done something about it now to change it. Maybe they gave everyone the opportunity to change the location using a location spoofing service, like a VPN or something? Don't know. I mean, we've always been okay with talking about what countries we're from. That's okay. As long as you're not from somewhere that's really tiny and small, where there's like a population that could endanger you if there's not enough people for you to be distinguished apart, but generally I think it's safe. Post, not protester, but yeah. Oh, sorry. I may have misread. Yeah, posters. Protest, people protesting the right-wing people would probably be okay. Country's fine unless you're from like Sealand. Population of 25. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, not narrowing it down. I'm on the island where it's only penguins? Selma, it can't only be penguins because you're there. Clearly it's not only penguins because you're there. Let me save my drawing that I've not saved once. Sure, mate, save your art, please. Please, I'm begging you. This is my veggie medley. Not the most delectable ever. My carrots look a little disturbing, but that's okay. I just want to see what you guys have been drawing. The Arctic or Antarctic? One of those things, potentially. Correction, in 2025 it has a population of 2? Oh no! Yeah, don't tell me from Sealand. There's only 2 options of who you could be. Danger. Dangerous. Let me teleport. Some of the penguin confirmed. I thought someone was a sheep. Confusing. Hang on, let me go back to the room where I can see the other things you guys are drawing. Let me check in on how Magma's going. It is 4:38 and I am not done lining this. I thought it'd be a little faster. I drew that pumpkin pretty quick for Halloween. Let me see what you guys are creating for your beverages. Wait, do we have beverages? Maybe we need to start making beverages. Let me check what there is. It's cake? This is amazing. I love this. That's really funny. It's one of those cakes that's pretending to be something else that they have on that funny show where you have to guess. That's good. I like that. That's funny. Make sure you sign your work. I think this was Selma. Make sure you sign, please. But I love that. That's such a good idea. Pie with ambiance of fall. Mad Buns is further rendering some cornbread in. Delicious, delectable.
wait, look! Hang on! This is your meal. We have the peas, the turkey, the crayon sauce, bread and butter, a single baby carrot, and a Squiiji cookie. Look how cute I am as a little cookie. I love it. That's so cute. Were there any other modifications on this page? Got some more carrots in the carrot cake from Santism. Gary is still being cooked into a stew, which I still don't really approve of. Let's see, what's going on page 1? Oh, Hoshi drew us a nice turkey and the cookies and cream fudge. Oh, I love your little, we've got little berries and some fruits for it too. Good seasonings. I can't taste it, but I'm sure it's delectable. Turkey plate triggers some flashbacks. What do you mean flashbacks? What kind of flashbacks are you having? Win, whether it's real turkey or cake? Honestly, yeah, for you guys, but the fact that it's cake is more of a win for me. I would not win if it wasn't. Can you imagine having an entire Thanksgiving dinner, then when it's time for dessert, somebody pulls out another turkey? Honestly, that'd be kind of powerful, right? What is dessert if not just another round to eat meat for Italians, potentially? What do we have? Ah, laksa from Rex. Nice little, is this a soft-boiled egg? I love soft-boiled egg. Turkey to take home, yeah. Yeah. Cotton Candy has made us some, I think these are cinnamon rolls, or are they sticky ones? I don't ever know what to call these. Malaysia, oh, I see. It's cute. Haven't had laksa in forever. Am I saying that right? I don't think I've ever had it, but it looks yummy. I'm seeing things that I think I would like, which are chilies. This looks like garlic, but I'm not sure if that's what it is. Potentially onion, unless those are purple noodles. Cinnamon rolls. Yeah, cinnamon rolls, cinnamon bun rolls. They're cute. They've got good dimension. Oh, tamales, really? Nice, okay. That's exciting. It's a me, it's a you. No, it's the user cotton candy. Yes, this is not meant to be the food of cotton candy. What turkey plate, Ken, what flashbacks are you having? I'm concerned. But these things are cute, good variety we're having now. We're getting shepherd's pie. Oh wait, that makes sense. It's cottage pie. A sheep wasn't sacrificed. Oh, okay, so sacrifice is fine when it's my guys, but it's not sacrifice when it's your guys. I get it. I see. Difference in standards. Cottage equals normally beef. Shepherd equals sheep. Oh, okay, I see. I didn't know that. And then like chicken pot pie is a pot pie, and that's entirely different. Is this technically a pot pie, or is it not a pot pie because it's not a pot? I guess that's probably how it works. Would it be called beef pot pie or lamb pot pie if it was in a pot? Question mark? Not pot pie. What's the difference? Is it that it doesn't have a crust over the top? Because I guess pot pie has a crust over the top. I guess it's not a pie either. It's long and narrow. It's not in a pie pot pan. Signature here. I will not be signing, but nice try. I like your little sheep. They found from a little face. That's an eye. That's an eye. That's a smile. Mashed potato top. Oh wait, actually that sounds kind of good. Box of sweets. Too slothful to make anything else. Hey, any contribution is welcome. We don't have very much variety in our desserts right now, so we can diversify our dessert portfolio here. I'm gonna make us a beverage if I have any time to do so after my veggie. I'm going to make us, what do we usually drink for that holiday? Like an apple cider maybe? It's too early for eggnog. Maybe an apple cider would be good. What do we have as notes? This was writing if you guys wanted to write something down that you were thankful about. So we have perhaps from a sheep that may or may not be Selma, but the fact that it's round makes me think this may be in Cinda also. I may be being bamboozled, but thankful for playing games with family. It's been a crazy year for all of us. That is a good thing. I would love to play some games with family. It's good to have family who is open-minded to playing games too, so I hope you have fun with them. A very Dutch Christmas dinner, meat stew, potatoes, pickles, and red cabbage. You're thankful for some very delectable foods, mayhaps. It looks like a lamb from Pal World. Oh, it kind of does, because those ones are like an orb, aren't they? Potentially? Hot cocoa is everything. I agree with that, but I don't think other people agree with that. I think others would disagree with you, potentially. Thankful for my health and still being able to stand for long periods. Yeah! Preserve your spine! That is important, I agree. I'm thankful for all of the health for all of us. I'm thankful that we are doing all right. My $2. Hoshi, I'm thankful that you have $2 also. Congrats on your dollars. Being reminded of how UK-based my background is with how familiar I am with types of savory pies and beans. You are a bean knower. I am perhaps not a bean knower. I don't know if I lost my bean certification when I didn't know what kind of baked beans were made of. But here,
I'm gonna go back to my drawing. I gotta get mine done. I only have an hour and 15-ish. I gotta be quick. Looks like Land from Power. It kind of does. I'm thankful for the luxuries I can afford. I'm accidentally putting pressure on Nilo, who is currently writing. Don't worry, I'll leave you alone. I'll let you guys write. I'll come back. Update for the pie? Update for what pie? Which pie? Sorry, buddy. Fine, I will get mutton in the oven. Sorry, buddy. Hey, I appreciate your fairness. Let me teleport us back to where my computer doesn't eat itself. Unlagification beam, go. Minimize. Let me draw beans faster. God, my bean speed is low. Wait, the beans are done. The beans are good. I was putting little flecks of salt in my beans, but that might just be a little too much. Just lightly salt the bean. Okay, asparagus now. Somehow all of my asparagus is different sizes, and I don't know what happened. That's asparagus. This piece should be this one. I don't know why it got bisected. There we go. And then it'll have like me, and then I'll have one like the backside. No, wait, that's not the right shape. It's kind of like that. Yeah, specificity of shape. Woo, yeah, there we go. And make candy cinnamon pickles. What now? Candy cinnamon pickles? I am equal parts intrigued and maybe a little disturbed by that suggestion. Riku has aptly summarized my thoughts. Hey, can I join after stream? Sure. All the canvases we've ever done with Magma stay open kind of forever. You are welcome to join at any point that you would wish to. Go for it. But, candy cinnamon pickles? I guess they would be potentially just... I'm thinking, like, about Fireball? Are they, like, spicy in the way that, like, Fireball is cinnamon spicy? Perhaps? Is that what they are? Never heard asparagus said as asparagus. I'm being silly. I'm being goofy. That's not how you say it, but it's more fun when you say things wrong a lot of the time, you know? Here's my asparagus, and the asparagus often is sort of like this, where it's got like the like things where I can, this one's wrong. Get rid of this one. I'm trying to think of, wait, that doesn't seem right either. They're like supposed to be shaped like this, like long. I need to pull up my reference of asparagus again. I don't know what things look like. Hang on. Because like they're like long, right? That seems more correct. There we go. That's asparagus. That's an aspare. Asparagus, a kind of Among Us. Asparagus like a Jolly Rancher. What? Little spicy, mostly sweet like a Jolly Rancher. Sweet pickles is a little bit disturbing to me as a concept because once again, I don't know how you feel about this. Kind of Among Us? What did I say? Oh, kind. Sorry. My brain autofills when I see letters missing sometimes. But a thing that... Hang on, where was I going? Hang on, I lost it. I had a thought. It's gone. They're soft. What was I saying? Jolly Ranchers. Pickles. Oh. Thoughts on kinds of pickles. I am, like, weirdly picky about pickles. I'm pickly about pickles. For no known reason. Why is this not erasing? Hello? Erase. There we go. I really mostly only like dill pickles because the thing that bothers me about bread and butter pickles is that they're like weirdly a little bit sweet. So I worry that I don't think I would like a cucumber, or not a cucumber, what am I saying? A cinnamon pickle because it would be sweet. Love Japanese pickled veggies, sweet, slightly tangy stuff. I don't know if I like sweet pickled things though. Very curious. Yeah, I'm strangely particular about that. Heading to dinner, have fun. Enjoy your dinner. I'm probably gonna have a good dinner tonight too. I think we're going to a family-style Chinese restaurant for dinner with Chubby's friend, which will be kind of nice. Very curious. A thing often said about me, I do inspire curiosity, don't I, if nothing else. Cans, so pressure cooker is used to pressurize them. Man, don't put your pickles under pressure. They don't deserve it. Squeiji, the Japanese pickle daikon are crunchy. See, I'm kind of in for that, but I already consider pickles to be kind of crunchy. A little bit, right? Some of them are kind of crunch. The ones that you buy from the store aren't often, but like my dad will pickle stuff, or Jubby's parents will pickle stuff, and that will be a crunchy pickle, and I like those ones. And those ones are fine. I don't know. Oh, we were talking mayo earlier too, and the thing that made me more tolerant of mayo also was Japanese mayo. It was having to familiarize myself with Kewpie. And I didn't even have to familiarize myself with Kewpie for any reason that had any bearing on cooking. It was for screen printing reasons. They often say that the optimal texture for a screen printing ink is Kewpie mayo consistency, because Kewpie mayo I think is a little bit more runny than regular mayo is. Right? So I had to familiarize myself with it when I was first learning screen printing. Oh, no, I wasn't printing with the mayo. It's just, it was a good ballpark estimate for how that screen printing ink should feel, because if it's too runny, then it ends up just like being forced through your screen a little bit too hard, and it ends up giving you blowout, which is where it leaks around the edges of the stencil you have in your screen. Or if it's too thick, it'll just dry in your screen too quick, and sometimes it won't go all the way through your screen. But I'm gonna tell you a secret. Come here real quick. I printed with ink that was way too thick so much. It leaves a thicker layer when you print with it when it's thicker, but I did it a lot because rehydrating inks if they get dry is a pain in the butt, and I don't like doing it. It takes a surprising quantity of water to do also. Ooh, wait, hang on, something happened here. My lemon got narrow. I don't think I predicted where these were supposed to line up accurately, but that's okay. Look, that's fine. It's great. Oh, bye Zadie! Thank you for stopping by. I'll see you later. Is an apple pie filling technically pickled? I would like for you to elaborate on that. What do you mean technically pickled? Doesn't pickling require something to be like put in a salt and vinegar solution? I don't think apple pie filling qualifies. It's preserved, I guess, but I think that's different, right? I don't know if I'm the expert. We've clearly identified that I'm not an expert when it comes to things that food may or may not contain, but like, I feel like that can't be. That cannot be. Say it ain't so. Indulgent chocolate-covered pickles. See, I will say, I do think that we've gotten a little bit too comfortable dousing anything in chocolate. Like, I understood the chocolate-covered bacon whole thing, because before I didn't eat bacon, I had tried them, and they were actually kind of good. Salty and sweet, good combo. But I feel like a pickle is weird. How do you chocolate-covered a pickle? Because pickles are so wet. Right? Pickling is pickling spices. I don't know about pickles in my culture because I'm a southerner. I can't say I eat that many pickles for me to be an expert on any of this either. We're making some slightly disturbing discoveries today, mayhaps. I also drew this really strangely. Why did I make this so arced? This needs to be flatter. Why are you so curvy? There we go. Because this has to come around town like that. And that's a lemon. This will have to do for a lemon. This will be fine. This is good enough. I'm not going to be a food drawing expert right this second because that would take too much time. Although I do think these need to be a little bit longer for shape. But like, zoom out. Hello, mouse? Can I function? There we go. Ah, yeah, that's a lemon. Clearly that's a lemon. Yeah, I'm an expert already. Pickling is pickling spices, but I'm allergic to certain pickling spices. What spices? That is intriguing. To be allergic to a spice. It does sound a little dangerous. Does replacing salt with sugar during the process of pickling still count as pickling? I'm gonna imagine not. I'm going to imagine that replacing it with sugar is probably closer to candying something. Thinking about some culture that was well, so many different kinds. Oh god. I feel like we're just getting into like the classic debates that occur surrounding things like what is and what is not a ravioli, what is and what is not soup, or cereal, like is cereal a soup, is a Pop-Tart a ravioli? I feel like we're just kind of accidentally ending up in that category here with this. Is chili a stew? Sure. It's whatever your heart tells you it is. Whatever allows you to eat it without feeling any guilt is what it is. It is worth the time to consume. Is the ocean a soup? Well, how do you define a soup? I think that's the important part here. How are you defining a soup? Tell me your definition of soup, because for me, my definition of soup is that it is a heterogeneous mixture where the mixture is suspended in the liquid. It's not necessarily sinking. I think the floating or partially suspended aspect is kind of important, potentially. Let's catch a smoothie. Oh god, if it's happened, we'll never recover from this. We're gonna end up being trapped in the sort of just etymological? Great, my favorite word combo again. One of my favorite ones to not know the difference between, despite actually knowing the difference at one point, but I've said both words now, so now I won't know which one is which. Great question, no clue. Wait, under your thoughts, does that mean boba's a soup? No, but that's the point. That's why it has to be suspended in the liquid. It can't be sitting on the bottom. Boba all sinks, so no, boba is not a soup in my definition. However, my definition does not include temperature. So, gazpacho, of course, is a soup. I don't think anyone argues with me that gazpacho is a soup. That's a cold soup. But then that also means that cereal is a soup by my definition as well. So I call cereal a soup, but like, I don't know if other things would qualify. What about tomato soup? Oh, see, yeah, you know, I haven't... Tomato soup, I guess, would be like a tomato broth, almost? But a broth, I think, implies that the only ingredient is that. Cereal's a grain category. Wait, hang on. But if we start relegating things into being grain related, then I don't think tomato soup would work either. Because tomato soup doesn't have anything suspended in it. Oh no. Oh god. Whoa. We're asking questions that the answers to are just gonna cause more problems. I need to draw an asparagus. Asparagus, save me. Spargus, save me from the evils. Cereal is a grain category. Is cereal just a category of grain? Stupid, pointless taxonomical conversations. How do you feel about the bread clip taxonomy then, Amber? Did you guys know about the bread clip taxonomy? I happen to be a pretty big fan of bread clips taxonomy. My asparagus is really weird. Honestly, it looks okay from distance though. Love it. I also kind of love it. The what? Hang on. If I finish drawing an asparagus in a way that makes it look like an asparagus, I'll show you. I'll elucidate you. What are they called? Amber, do you remember what they're called, or other people? What do they call them? They call them like... There's a word they use to describe them. Holotypic Aclupanid Research Group. Yeah, they're aclupanids is what they call them. Aclupanid. Because they're occluded. Well, there's some breakdown for the reason why they're called that. I'll read it off their website when we get there, but yeah, they're good. Hot topic are pasta noodles. As an Italian, yes. As an Italian, why not? Sure. It doesn't really matter to me one way or another. I do believe, however, that people who are from other places may contest my saying so. I think that is something that is dependent on... What is there between a pasta and a noodle? Is a noodle just a long pasta? Like, what's the diff? You mean the hard plastic things with twist ties? Yeah, the bread twisty ties that are kind of shaped, they're shaped like this. And then sometimes they have like little things that go like this on them. Bread clip. Ah! Don't delete your art like that! Not what you're supposed to do. Hard plastic things, Holotypic Aclupanid Research Group, which are called HORP. Oh, that's a great acronym. I'm a member of HORP. Which is a real-world benefit of informing surgeons of the shape of the bread tag. Surgeons? Why does that help surgeons? Oh, if it gets caught in the throat or similar, which happens worryingly often. Oh, interesting. Huh. Noodles are shape-based to me. Not all noodles are pasta though. Which ones are not? Which noodles are not a pasta? Why are they not? Does pasta have to be grain as opposed to being made of rice? Or something else? Things are getting really complicated. Are noodle and pasta made of grain? Some of them are, but not all of them, I guess. Is wheat flour important for something to be qualified as a pasta? Are those bread ties shredded or microwave door? What? How does that even happen? I won't call macaroni pasta a noodle. Oh, is the hollowness a factor in calling something a noodle or not? I guess to me and my brain, a noodle is something that is not hollow. Macaroni noodle is hollow, a rotini is hollow, or no, yeah. Egg noodles are not pasta. I guess they call them noodle. Is pasta things that have hollowness involved? Udon noodles are pasta. I don't know. Farfalle is a noodle? Oh man, maybe it is shaped. Is it because the ooh sound isn't long sounding sound? So this is like a Kiki Booba situation where I will not be willing to call something that is not long a noodle, potentially? Not Italian, but Congolese call macaroni a noodle. Wait, really? Okay, hang on. Intriguing. Used to store the bread in the microwave and it fell off, got microwaved and broke the door. Oh god. The Kiki v Boba? Kiki! If I show you... If I show you these shapes, which of these is called Kiki and which of these is called Boba out of these two shapes? Or Booba? I forget how they say it. Kiki and Booba. Is this Kiki or is this Kiki? Is this Boba or is this Boba? Is this noodle or is this noodle? We're categorizing shapes. What is that? It's a psychological thing where people imagine, because if we spell it, Booba is made up of sounds that psychologically, oh, with a U, yeah. They're psychologically rounded. And also, when we write the letters, do you see how the B has nice rounded curves? The O is curved, the U is curved, the B is curved, A is curved. Meanwhile, Kiki, K-I-K-I, K is a really sharp letter. And E sounds shorter. I'm informing chat. Thank you, Amber. Yeah, I know, you're good. Probably not call it Booba. Is it boba? Is that how you're supposed to say it? Boba, like the little things that you have in your beverage? Curious when I started getting called boba? What thing? Me saying things? Misspeaking? But we can do Kiki and Boba with pasta and noodle. Where noodle sounds long. So it's gonna be longer. Boba and Kiki dichotomy also exists without written language. Really? That is interesting, and in every language. K sounds sharp to me. That's interesting that ends up being kind of like universal. Because I can see psychologically why that may happen with English, but in other languages, that is interesting. Kiki, hard and cold. Good joke there, Karma. I see what you're saying, although I dare not repeat it. World, cold and hard. Boba, warm. Send in live suggestions. Send what in live suggestions? Oh, the Hong Kong tomato macaroni soup. Ooh, wait, that actually looks kind of good to me. I don't think the Italians will kill you over this. They love a weird, thin... I say weird. Only weird because to them, tomato is thick usually, but they love a thin tomato-based broth sometimes. So, like, that actually seems good. I love that we're putting an egg in everything. I love egg. It is my optimal protein source. That's good. Green beans. The pea, you may have lost me at peas, but overall, that looks kind of good. I feel like I'd eat that. I'd give it a shot. Oh, but sausage. Mostly confirmed across majority of cultures and languages in which it has been researched. Include English-speaking American university students, Tamil-speaking speakers in India, speakers of certain languages, no writing system, young children, infants, and to a lesser degree, congenitally blind. Whoa! Intriguing. Bow like rainbow or bow of a boat? Not a bow of a boat. Spaghetti or break spaghetti or leave it long? I better not catch you breaking your spaghetti noodles. How are you going to wind them up onto your fork if they're broken? What's the big idea? Why are you breaking them? If your water is at the correct temperature and you just lean them in your pot, they'll get warm and soft enough that they'll fold over and fit in your pot within like a minute or two. There is no reason to break your spaghetti noodle. Too long for what? Too long for what? I think that's a skill issue on behalf of your pot. Your pot's not big enough. Do not click the link. Whoops, accidental link. Accidental period in the middle of a word. It's okay, don't worry, I know it was an accident. But it is funny though that all of our accidental links never get grabbed. On purpose links that are allowed, Moobot's like, that's fine. But accidental links, Moobot's like, I look away. I do not perceive. You're sorry? It's okay. I know. It's alright. I can tell when people make an accident. An oopsie whoopsie is okay. It does stand up in Squiiji court. Sometimes. Sometimes what? What is the sometimes? Softness is connected to those being the first non-screaming developmental sounds. Ma, ba, b. Interesting. How does your mouth and throat feel when making those sounds? I don't want to think about how my throat feels when I make sounds. I don't think it feels when I make sounds. Yeah, I don't feel things in my throat. Is that normal? Should I feel things in my throat? That sounds like a disturbing sentence. I feel like that's something that I would like to not. Ah, wait, this is a good asparagus shape. My asparagus is prolific. There we go, get some more of these in here. Bam. Glorious asparagus. That's a really bushy asparagus, might be too tall. That's because you speak at a higher register? Oh, interesting. So if I speak oh wait, no, I don't like that. Yeah, actually. If I speak lower, I can feel it. That's weird. Interesting. Hello. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, hello. I can't make my voice go very low. It's not a skill that I have. This is the lowest I think I can force my voice, and it still sounds really weird. But now I can feel my voice in my throat, and I don't think I like it. I think it's disturbing me, actually. Feminine speech is up high, typically masculine is down low. Yeah, I have heard that, like, for more feminine voices, it's often a lot more, like, when we talk about head voice and singing, it ends up being a little bit closer to that sometimes, maybe? Interesting. Intriguing. Rex have deep voice. I like that you're specifying yourself by referring to yourself by name. Medium. Oh, I have medium voice. Oh, I see now. Rex has deep voice. I have medium voice. I also have medium voice. EG has high voice, though. I raise my voice when I am on stream because I'm sometimes accidentally doing customer service voice. Not always, but I also just like to sound a little bit more awake. If I spoke in my normal tone, I would sound a little sleepier and maybe not as excited, but I am excited to be here, so that's why I speak a little bit higher pitched. But if I talk like this is the way that I usually talk if I'm speaking to someone normally. I can relax and I can talk normally like this. It's fine. That's how I talk on consultation sometimes, and just people get disturbed because they don't think it sounds like me. They're like, why do you sound like that? I'm like, that is just my voice. That is just how I talk. It's actually really hard for me to maintain talking like this while I'm on stream because I've conditioned myself to not. Isn't that weird? There it is. There's your streamer voice reveal. I think I've done it before though. I feel like that's not the only time I've spoken like that. And I'm not doing my stern teaching voice either. That one's even more disturbing maybe, but I feel like it's not actually that different. John Balatro, thank you for following. I appreciate it. Balatro's a good game. Thank you for being here. You sound the same? Oh, maybe. I wonder if my new mic settings are making it sound less distinct, because my voice is naturally a bit deeper. John Squiiji. What does John Squiiji imply? Because John Balatro implies that you are the Balatro. You are the guy of Balatro. You are the Balatro guy. What does John Squiiji imply? Am I not already the Squiiji? I'm not really a concept. Put you in pie? Hey, do not use the Magic the Gathering card bake into pie. Squeegee is John Shroomstate. Yeah. John Shroomstate makes more sense. Logically. Because now I am the John of a concept. Spargus. Come on. I feel like this asparagus, my proportioning of the size of the top of the asparagus does not seem quite right. But I'm not going to modify it because I don't think I have the time to do so. Because I've been drawing this asparagus for hours! Not actually, but I've been drawing this particular food for so long, and you guys were way more efficient, but I guess you're not talking as quickly yet. Confused as to why I started talking about what? Roku, what are you talking about? Hang on. Oh, larger chest, deeper sounding voice. Oh, because you have more resonance, maybe. Interesting. Oh, so I guess that might also be why my voice is not, I mean, my voice isn't that low. My voice isn't that high either, I feel like. In VTubing, man, I have heard some real high voices from time to time. Which I can't tell how much of that is people hamming it up or using customer service voice versus actually having really high voices. And it's not like they're lying to you if they're using a customer service voice that's higher. I don't think anyone's really actually lying about a voice. They're playing a character. That's not lying. Yeah, Rose Doodle has a high voice. A couple other ones who have pretty high voices for like their speaking tone. But, I wonder how short is Rose? Do we know how short Rose is? I'm pretty short, so I feel like, all things considered, my voice isn't that high for how short I am. Oh yeah, Chibidoki does have have that, yeah. Oh, Selma, thank you for gifting subs. That is very kind of you. Thank you. Oh my gosh, maybe I should just snipe Al with a sub. Thank you, Selma. If you got gifted a sub, please say thank you, and also please rotate. We didn't shout out Selma? I thought we did. Did we not shout out Selma? I thought we shouted out Selma. I thought we did. Didn't we? Did we not? I mean, if you can shout out Selma now, if we forgot earlier. If it is a thing that we owe, we can make good on our promises and our deals for raiders if we did not. Looks like not. Shout out someone else with VT? Oh, we shouted out the other raider, but okay, shout out Selma then. Y'all know me. Okay, but formalities, of course. You raided in, and is the thing that we do when somebody raids in. So get raided. Or not raided, get shouted out. Ani Melly actually has a high-pitched voice, but apparently is tall. Interesting. Thank you, mods, for shouting out Selma. Close with resonance, so the fullness of the voice. Who's Selma? I've never heard of Selma before ever in my life. There we go. Asparagus finally done. I'm finally released and saved from asparagus drawing. After I draw like 3 more things here. The other things are probably gonna be real easy to draw because they're much looser in their shapes. I feel like this platter does not look that appealing either. But I just shout out because I was a raider. That makes sense. That's okay. Don't worry about it. It happens. Smaller person, smaller vocal cords, higher tone. That could also relate, maybe. God, they're getting voice training. Don't know how it works. Ah, interesting. Medium to high. Hoshi, I would say your voice is similar to mine in Register from my memory of Otakon. How would you describe my voice? Is my voice, if I talk normally, if I don't talk that high, which I guess is just me taking a lot of the emphasis on my voice. How high? I still have a high voice, but I don't think I have that high of a voice, right? Probably. I have this friend who could do a very convincing femme voice. There are people who have pretty convincing femme voices also that I've heard. Jubby can do one sometimes. Medium high. Interesting. When I do my customer service voice, it's high for sure. I would say it is definitely high when I'm up here. Hee hee hee. Ha ha ha. Funny, silly. Or when making sound effects, that's always high pitched. I don't really make a lot of low sound effects, which maybe I should improve that. I can add that to my repertoire of skills. I need to learn a good impression also. I've learned that so much of being a funny, silly streamer is having a good impression you can do. And I don't have one. I feel like I don't have a good impression. I can do a little bit of a decent pick-me-in. Me-me. Me-me. And I could accidentally do the... Hi. Hello? Oh wait, how did I do it? Hi. I sound like the one kid from the one little thing from FNAF. The balloon one. I don't know what his name is. But like, I feel like I don't have like a good go-to voice impression to do. I always sound more high-pitched to myself than I actually am. I mean, most of us do sound very different to ourselves than how we actually sound to others, I feel like, because of the way that resonance works with our ear bones, because we are getting our voice filtered from our jaw back into our ear also, too. Balloon kiddo. Balloon boy? Oh, is that what it is? Hey, listen! Hey, Link! Listen! Hey! I don't think I sound very much like Navi. Opera singers build resonance with training. Even contralto sopranos, like Iron Mouse, when they did autopsies on them, there's all this extra skin between the ribs to expand the lungs, have enough air. Whoa! Crazy! What the heck? Interesting. I thought you were trying to be Navi? No, I wasn't. Hi! I was the balloon boy. I got a bunch of comments on a TikTok a long time ago where people were like, oh my god, you sound like the balloon boy. Which was not intentional. I think that's just a byproduct of my voice, potentially. Surprised you didn't remember my voice? Despite my memory not being fantastic of many things, I would say I remember voices pretty well. Pretty well. I can remember what most people that I met at Otakon sound like, I think, with relative accuracy. For as much as I can't replicate sounds, I can remember sounds, which maybe is related to the aphantasia. I don't have good visuals in my mind to go off of, so I rely on sounds, maybe? Who knows? But can we vote? What would be a good impression for me to learn? What impression do you think would be really goofy if I figured out as like part of my New Year's resolution for next year? I need to give myself achievable New Year's resolutions for next year because the ones I set myself for this year I don't think I'm gonna get a bingo from. I think that some of them were too... I was too optimistic about how much time I would have. Potentially. Scottish, like last week in Scottish? Scottish. See, that might actually be good because then I will also have you who can critique me about how it's sounding if I'm doing a good job of figuring it out. I can try, maybe. Funny that you both independently said that. I don't have an Uncle Roger accent, I have a fake British accent. You have a fake British accent? I can't do a British accent. I slip into Australian accidentally. I had a little bit of a weird British moment once upon a time after going to England, and I assimilated way too quickly accidentally to the way that they were saying things. But it was mostly just like the intonation, where the way that you speak, you know, where the emphasis is and where the words pitch up in a sentence vary depending on where you're from. And for some reason, when I was in England for only 2 weeks, I somehow completely replaced the way that I handled pitch with the way that they handled pitch in sentences. So it sounded like I was asking a lot more questions, I think. It was strange. I don't really know why that happened, but it's not like I sounded British. It was just that, like, I developed a little bit of pitch similarity to them. Fascinating. Amber, am I your subject that you study? I feel like the most common thing I hear from you is you saying, curious. Fascinating. We're just observing me under a microscope very closely. Wait, why did I say contralto? I meant to say coloratura? Whoa. I don't know that word, but don't worry. I'll keep your secret that you said that. Don't notice most of the time when I make recordings in English, I have a thick, super thick German accent. Oh wait, that's kind of fun though. That's kind of fun. There is a character artist, or I get like YouTuber, and when I like listening to her because 1, I think she's got decent takes, 2, she's kind of funny, and 3, she's got a really nice Russian accent that my auditory processing disorder does not mind at all compared to all the other accents that I struggle with. So I happen to be partial to that. Oh, hi, spicy noodles. Hello. I like that you still to this day can be easily identified by the fact that you just rotate my head a whole ton. You're very consistent, but hello. How are you? Why are you a skull? What is the skull from? I don't know if I've seen that little icon before. I feel like Twitch has more and more of those little icon things all the time, and I feel like I don't really know what most of them are most of the time. Anymores. I'm impressed that you have the... whatchamacallit? Oh, I guess it's only 80. I was gonna say I'm impressed by the amount of points you have to do it. I feel like I talked way too fast at Otakon. I mean, that's a classic fear thing, mayhaps. I was probably speaking really fast then too. If anyone remembers my first couple of streams, I was probably talking a mile a minute, but I just kind of talk fast anyway. Hi, Mango Bun Bun. Fright Fest 2025, apparently, whatever that is. I watch you a lot. Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. I misread the thing. I thought it was 800 for the rotate my head thing. And I was like, oh my god. How many times did you just redeem that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 800? That'd be a couple thousand. Wow. But thank you. I misread. I forgot how much that's worth. It'd be evil of me if that was worth that many points, though. I feel like that'd be really hard for anyone to do any rotation here. We have to encourage rotation and not discourage it, so thank goodness I was wrong. Fright Fest. What was Fright Fest? Either you donate during an event or you share clips during an event. Ah, I see. Hang on. Roggly. You're gonna make a couple little, like, florets that are separated. I did, like, a really good job on my florets for, like, one of these, and now my florets are looking kind of weird, but it's okay. I can't think too hard about it. It'll be okay. Oh, thank you for beverage. I will, for sure, drink some aloe beverage, and then I'm probably gonna put, like, there we go. Broccoli. Look how easy and fast broccoli is. It's such a good shape. Such a good, easy, fluffy shape. Oh. Thank you so much for gifting a sub. Someone got sniped. Ugh, have some beverage. Man, am I actually gonna have time to color this? I might actually have time to at least lay in some flat colors and arrange us a dinner table if I can. I'll have to check back in and see what everybody's made. Still love broccoli, love my mini trees. I want to eat these tree stars. If they could make my lettuce look like fun little stars so I could live in the land Before Time and eat them, I think that would increase my vegetation consumption by like 30 to 70% maybe. Although honestly, arugula kind of works pretty well. 5,600 points if the Squiiji was 800, which actually isn't that much. Ah, my math was a little bit overzealous maybe. Land Before Time mentioned. Yeah, I loved Land Before Time. That was... We had one of those, like, silly... like, tiny TVs that had a VCR on it. And when we would go to the cabin, my sister and I were not really allowed to, like, watch much TV or things like that when we were kids. But when we'd go to the cabin at night, once it got dark, we were allowed to use our little portable TV thingamabob VCR guy. And we'd pop in our Land Before Time and we'd watch that. We loved that one. But I think the one we had was the one where they do the migration because of the snow? Question mark? Very stressful. That show was really incredibly heartbreaking. I feel like they don't make like TV stuff like they used to with that, where nowadays I feel like they're scared that they're going to traumatize the children. Back in my day, you young'uns, they super traumatized us with Land Before Time. Like, one of the characters' parents die in one of them. I think somebody dies in probably more than half of those, actually. It's a lot. Been a big portion of my elementary life hopping over sidewalk cracks and Ducky's little song. Oh, wait, I don't remember how Ducky's song goes. How does Ducky's song go? I used to know it, too. What the heck? Oh my god, Watership Down. Yeah, same deal. Or, like, Bambi, The Fox and the Hound. I remember I watched The Fox and the Hound with my little sister, and I remember her sobbing. I was really sad too, but I had to be like, big sibling mode, like, console my poor little sister. Traumatizing. Step in a crack, you'll fall and break your back or something like that. That sounds right. I, like, still can't remember. Probably a German-only experience, but they had a TV in shoe stores where children could watch. Always had a Land Before Time or little Einsteins. Interesting. I feel like I also remember there being TVs in, like, windows of stores sometimes when you'd go shopping that would play stuff like that. And I don't think it was meant to, like, entertain the kids while you're shopping. I think it was advertising or just something in general like that, but intriguing. There we go. That's a good Brussels. Look at that beautiful Brussels. There's a new Watership Down? Oh my gosh, is there really? What do you mean new? As in, is it a remake or is it like a sequel? I actually don't know how a sequel would work. I'm gonna guess it's probably a remake. Is it good? There's fear in my heart anytime people are redoing something. That Lion King? Bad. Remake. Please tell me they did not remake it with real animals. Please tell me they remade it with animation still. 3D remake. 3D remake as in like CG? Or like stylized the CG, I hope? God, I hope. God, I hope. On Netflix, I remember. Ooh, that actually reduces my trust by like 30%, but maybe that can have some faith. Netflix has done some rather alright animation stuff as of late. Can't stop laughing. Watership Down is giving Diva Down. What do you... Rex, have you not seen it? Why do we keep making everything live action? I don't know. Newish? It's a series. Wait. Making Watership Down into a series? How is there enough... I mean, I guess? Okay. That seems like something that would be challenging to do because... Is there enough content for it? The CG Netflix show looks so odd. Okay, I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm gonna have to stop drawing beans and stuff so that I can look at this because now I'm too curious. If they butcher another childhood favorite. Disney's making live action renew their licenses. Yeah, I know they're doing that, but like, why is there a new Watership Down? The original one is perfectly fine. Please tell me they're not also watering down the Watership Down because one of the reasons why it's so good and impactful is for being the way that it is. Send live suggestions. Oh, thank you, Nyla. Let me see. Oh, that's the childhood shoe store thing. I can't say I relate to that. I can't remember having seen that myself. What is this that Selma has sent me? Is this the IMDb? Is this the Watership Down? It's not loading. I might have to put it somewhere where Magma isn't. Yep, that seems to be the case. Oh, yeah, I don't know about that. Oh, wait, don't play the trailer. That's not what I want. I can't say it looks very good. It looks okay. Hang on, I'll show you. I feel like this would be one thing if they decided to go about making it 3D in the way of making something that looks like Guardians of Gaul is somewhere between stylistic and realistic in a way that's easy on the eyeball. Or they could have done it the way that like Fantastic Mr. Fox is done, where even though that is real stop motion, we can easily make 3D stop motion in CG that looks kind of like stop motion. It's not gonna be as perfect, and I would say that using the original media of stop motion is better, but if you're gonna do it in 3D, just do a little more stylism about it, but like, like it's okay. It's alright. It's not, doesn't look terrible, but why? Why did we need to do that? For what reason? Yeah, it's like uncanny. I don't know. All I'm gonna say is that Guardians of Gaul still holds up to this day, despite being early CG, because it's stylistic and because they put a lot of time and work into lighting situations. They turned up so lovely. It's getting documentary a little bit, I would imagine. Just recall it was advertised a lot. Oh boy. Man. Have you seen the 3D Winnie the Pooh? I think I saw it in the context of witnessing I watched a video about how too many franchises are just getting like weirdly cutified in a way that is like not great. It's like removing all of their distinction, unfortunately. And I think that was one of them, where like we're too attached to making things too cute now in a way that just makes them less interesting. It takes their individual stylistic skills away. Witness Sarah, what? Watership Down, we're like watered down, yeah, kinda. What did they do to Winnie? Cute cells, unfortunately. Yeah, with like kids, but the point that was being made, actually, I think it was the one character design critique person that I was thinking of. They were talking about why they don't like remakes or like redesigns of characters for like later seasons of shows. And it's because for some reason we have this thing where we take characters that are meant to be something that could be appropriate for all ages, but is something that both a younger kid would find cool and easy to look up to, while at the same time, like an older kid could see as being like, this is sick, like this isn't disturbing me, this doesn't feel like I'm watching a child. They were talking about it in the context, I think, of Monster High, which is something that I will say I never really had any stakes in. I was not the target audience for Monster High when they were coming out, I don't think. I think I was a little older than most people who are playing with that may have been. I think my sister may have liked some of them, but like we just had Bratz and Barbies in my house. We didn't really have any of that. But a lot of the redesigns for it just become simple and rounded, and they aren't as like cool and high fashion as they used to be, because they've just like gotten rounder. Edgy enough. Yeah, it's kind of edgy, but in like a fun way. They were very fashion forward, and they seemed like they'd be really cool. The fashion was neat, and the fashion was niche too. But now everyone's really round. I will say they've done some better things for like diversity with body types, which was necessary. The original body shapes for the Monster High dolls were incredibly disturbingly narrow and potentially not great for body image reasons. However, you know, the body shape is not part of the problem that I'm having with the redesigns or others have with them. It's just that they aren't cool anymore. Amazingly, young kids look up to older kids mostly. They want to see what's possible for them. It's why tween to teenager ages always end up working best for franchises. Ah, interesting. Very interesting. I see. Old Monster High dolls. Arch is so incredibly strange. What do you mean, arch? What do you mean? Another thing I like about the new Monster High dolls is the body types. Yeah, I could probably agree with that. But if diversity was needed, just keep the alt fashion. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Keep the alternative fashion. Their backs are arched. Oh, that's a little odd. Gen 1 Monster High were like college students because they looked like that. Fair, but the complaint people were having with the new one is that they don't even look like high schoolers anymore, because they're supposed to be high schoolers. The new ones, instead of looking like high schoolers, end up looking like middle or like elementary schoolers. So they're so round, their head size proportion to their body, it makes them look really childish. And there's a difference between a character being a child and looking childish. Like, many of us grew up with, I'm just reiterating the points that she made in the video, I should link the video, but like, a lot of us grew up watching like Teen Titans or watching Ben 10 or something, where that was a character that, despite them being ostensibly kids, you know, Teen Titans, Ben, who is 10, a lot of us loved those shows and watched those shows even when we were much older than the characters potentially were. For Ben 10, a lot of people watching that show were middle schoolers even. Just because the show was well written, the characters were interesting, and despite being 10, he doesn't feel like a child. Same with Ash Ketchum. Ash was like, what, 12? 14 the whole time? And a lot of us could still handle watching him, even at an older age, because he didn't feel like a child all the time. Ash was 10. Yeah, so, have you guys seen the Ben 10 remakes? Have you seen them? He looks like he's like 5. He looks really young. He looks really, really young. And he acts a lot more childish too, in a way that I fear is probably putting off some of their viewer base potentially. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yeah, he looks just like super young. And like for the Teen Titans, where it's now, oh, what is it called? I don't know if this show is still coming out, but the what was the one where they're like little, they're short? It's the like recent, not remake, but like the show Teen Titans Go. Yeah. They're so little and chibi. They feel like little kids to me with the way that they act, and it drove my sister and I nuts because we loved the original Teen Titans and we were like, this is goofy. This is so goofy. I'll pass. I'm okay. I'm sure it's still something where like that could probably still appeal to kids and is still appealing to maybe their intended age range, but I was like, I would not have watched it if that was what had come out when I was the age when I watched Teen Titans, or the age when I watched Ben 10 and stuff like that. I wouldn't have watched them. I would not have been interested. Exclusively to kids? I don't know. Did you watch Unicorn Warriors? I don't think I did. That doesn't sound particularly familiar to me. Hang on, I gotta... My Brussels sprouts are almost done. I'm so close. I'm so close to completing Brussels sprout. There we go. Look, I drew all the things on my plate. I haven't drawn the things off the plate or the plate, but like, here's my plate. A veggie. Teen Titans Go is for like 5-year-olds? Is it? I guess it must be. That would make more sense to me. Unicorn Warriors from the creator of Samurai Jack. No, I did not. I didn't know there was a new thing created by the creators of Samurai Jack. So you have ATLA, did you get the ATLA cards? I'm gonna guess you're speaking of the Magic the Gathering cards, and the answer is no. I am in my savings arc. I am not in a spot financially where I can spend money on luxuries like Magic the Gathering. I did see them. I saw one of them, I think. No, wait, which ones was it? One of the more recent Magic the Gathering sets was just screenshots from whatever the media was. It wasn't like new art. And people were bothered by that. Which, like, I feel could be understandable. Why is my eraser not working? Oh, that's why. I toggled something weird. There we go. Throne? You don't need to buy me Magic the Gathering cards. I am okay. It is all good. I got one. It was so zoomed in and blurry and ugly. Oh, no! So I bet that is what it was. That was what I was thinking of, potentially. That sucks. Why did they do that? Why didn't they put the time into making the cards nice? I feel like it's one of those things where they just sort of like expect people to buy something from a known franchise and then they just don't put any time into making it look good. Why? Avatar. Last Airbender. Magic Gathering is digital. Digital's my compromise, no money spending. Ah, see? That I did used to play in the arena for that reason, because every time they would release a new pack IRL, they give you a free pack to crack in the game. So I would use that as my way to still get to play, but the fact that so much of that was like, oh, well, you're gonna play standard? No, why would I play standard? Are you crazy? I'm not about that life. That's too expensive. Even to play online. No way, I'm good, I'll pass. Let's see, if I draw on something that looks at all like time. It just needs to be fluffy, right? like that. Kind of looks like I made an evergreen bow, but honestly, that's kind of okay. We're decorating. It's fine. It's fine. Loki about to start pirating amiibos. Ooh, shh! Don't tell the interwebs that. Don't tell them. Don't tell them. Sail on the high seas, but don't tell them you're doing that. Magma brushes aren't working. I wonder why. Wonder if your computer is mad like mine is. It's all license holder messing things up again. Wait, so did Avatar as the license holder mess up as far as things go with not licensing them to create original artwork for it? Oh, hello. What's up? Hi, Joby.
Hi, sorry, I need the other Tamiya glue.
You're good. Don't worry about it. Look at my beautiful vegetables. They're saying hi.
Hi.
Hi. Hello. I'm not done yet.
Vegetables.
I drew vegetables.
Drawing them vegetables.
We're coming to observe. Joby came in earlier, and they were like, I can't tell who it is that came in. They can't tell the difference between the two of your voices, which
That's
I
so
think is
funny.
strange. You guys sound very similar to me.
Very different.
What food are you taking from Mushroom State? Joby's not taking any food, don't worry. Is it your significant other? Yeah, Joby's my significant other. The other one in here is not.
My name's Frog Boy.
My name
Sure.
is Jeff. Got the stuff.
There you go. Bye. Oh, watch yourself. They sound like twins? Oh my god, do they really? I don't think they do. Being in the room with them, they don't sound that similar to me at all. I can tell the difference between their names very directly without having any trouble. I am amused. Oh man, it is raining out. Dang. Oh, I gotta draw one more piece of time. We're going to get dinner at 6, so I have to like be actually done at 6 at drawing my thing here. I should have given myself a little bit better of a guideline as to where all the things are going, but for the fact that I drew a food this quickly, I feel like it's still pretty good. You have to watch the recording. If I listen to it back, I guess I will probably find out how similar they are in the recording, but I feel like that's why you guys were saying also that my voice doesn't sound that, like, it doesn't sound much different when I speak in my normal voice, and I think that that is probably because something in my mic settings is making the pitch a little bit more consistent, maybe? I don't know. You know the Jubby nuances more? That's true, I do live with the one fella. I do live with Jubby, so I would know what Jubby's voice sounds like. Probably a little bit easier, at least. But I don't know. Everyone drink water? True, do drink water. Jubby with a pre-recorded message? Oh, I have 2 Jubbies in my house right now? Is that what you're going to allege? I wouldn't lie to you about that. That would be a funny bit, though. If Jubby decided one day that they're just gonna be 2 people instead of 1. Would we have a secret second roommate, you find out? Pay attention, see being alumni doesn't recognize my voice. Alumni? Oh, yeah, well, see, we've talked about the fact that, like, I don't think my voice is that easily recognizable, especially given the fact that I've witnessed my students watching my video before. I caught one of them swiping past one of my TikToks when I was teaching in grad school, and I think that that was made possible by the fact that when you live in an area— oh wow, I didn't make these consistent at all. Wait, I could cheat and I could just replicate this one. Hang on. Work smarter, not harder. Delete. But when I was working in grad school, one of my students scrolled past a TikTok of me as Squiiji, because when you live somewhere, despite telling the TikTok not to do anything based on your location, it will anyway. It still does. My dog is on my arm. Access lick was denied. Oh, uh-oh. Hey, I don't think dog or cat is an apt excuse for not taking care of yourself. Evil TikTok. See, that's what I'm saying. And then even though I've also told Twitter, particularly, not to do anything relating to my location, Twitter loves to give me location-based suggestions, and it drives me bonkers. I don't want them. I don't care. So it's why I, like, very rarely, if ever, open Twitter when I'm live, because it'll just be like, hey, here's an ad for this place that is down the road from you. Hey, here's an ad for that pizza place you were talking to Jumby about earlier. Hey, here's political stuff about the person running for Congress in your district. I'm like, ah! Twitter at most gives me country-based stuff, but never local. Mine is always so local that it drives me crazy, because I've asked it not to track, and it really just goes, hee hee, whoops, sorry, haha, whoopsie, sorry. And still does anyway. Hang on, I want to put a couple berries here, because I was inspired by Hushi's turkey. To have a couple little berries. 2? Is 2 enough? About like a third right here. Bam. And then we'll give him like a cranberry. Look at that, that's great. Oh, those are really small in a way that doesn't make sense. Hang on. Scale is important with food. Scale these up, and then I get to color things finally! I don't think I'm gonna get any shading done, but that's okay. That's alright. I never claimed to be quick at this. Fix my shapes a little bit. There we go. Slide my lines around. Not anymore. Random days of French Canadian ads always crack me up. President Squiiji, please don't vote for me. I don't want that power. Also, I don't think I qualify. I am a citizen of the Shroom State, so I don't think they would let me. I don't think they'd let me control 2 countries at once. Logically, it just wouldn't make sense. Not anymore. Does anyone who uses Twitter actually like it? No. I don't like it, but unfortunately I will be there until the ship sinks, because that is still where I get enough of my clientele from for consultation work and for commission work that I will not be leaving. If I get my cool, fun new position that I might get, maybe, that I'm still waiting to hear back on, because they said it might take 1 to 2 weeks for us to move to the next step of the process. Fear and nervousness. But if I get that, then maybe I could just abandon Twitter. That might be nice. Although I will say it is unfortunately where the most of things happen in VTubing. And like the... whatchamacallit? Oh, hello! Oh, it's Twiggy! Hi! Oh, but that's where I found out about like the Uma Musume tournament, other things I participated in is Twitter, so it probably wouldn't be helpful if I didn't find those things out. But hi! Welcome in, Raiders! I had to finish my thought real quick because I will forget. But hi, I'm Squiiji. I'm a freelance artist Fungi. I'm also an art educator. And today we are crafting foods for Shroomsgiving. I made a veggie platter that I am bringing to the party, and the Shroomates are in Magma drawing their own little dishes to add. So look at all my veggies. I have my green beans with almonds, I have my Brussels sprouts, I have my glazed carrots, I have asparagus, and I have a lemon as a garnish. I'm drawing a plate right now because that is important, but welcome in! Hi Twiggy, how was your stream? I like seeing some Shroomates coming in, double watching, hell yeah. We love to see it. How was your stream? What were you up to? Thank you, mods, for getting these shout out, but I missed it, so I wasn't able to snoop and see what you were doing for stream. I missed it. Shroomates also do rotate. Thank you for rotating already. Do rotate a little more, maybe. Or sniff them to detect if they have brought us food to donate to our Shroomsgiving table on this glorious occasion. Very cute VTuber model, thank you! I grew it myself, and by that I mean I'm a 3D modeler, so I made it. I worked very hard to produce this flesh. Minecraft and a bit of art. Art, you say? Art? You say? Big vibe playing some Minecraft and then doodling. Oh? You hear that? What do my ears detect? Did I detect a particular word there, maybe? I think you're picking up the word. I think we're hearing the word. Sniff sniff. What is that? What do I smell? Do I smell maybe art tax? Twiggy, would you care to play art tax? Would you like to show us what you were doodling? Can we see? No guns! No, wait, we don't threaten the Raiders, Rex, wait! No threats. We just demand with our little signs. You need to do the art tax? Me? I'm doing art tax. Look, I'm paying you. Look, I drew a thing. You're a whole movie. What does that mean? I don't think I'm a movie. I don't know how that works. I think I'm just a little guy. Although I guess I have been live for the length of a movie, maybe. Twiggy is the burned baby. If you want to show us what you were doodling, you are welcome to do so. You are welcome. If you send me like a link to like Discord image link, or like a Twitter link, or a Blue Sky link or something. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. I don't want to pressure you into it. You don't have to. But you're welcome to if you want. Kumogi, thank you for following. I appreciate it. Animation-wise, oh yeah, I do move a lot. I have hands also. All the better to, diggle. All the better to torture you with. All the better to draw with. It does track my hand when I'm drawing a little bit inaccurately, but it tries. It gives it the old college try. Sometimes. A little bit. Man, these berries are still too small. I gotta make those bigger. I need to put my plate in, though. Oh, wait. That's why I didn't have the plate there, is because I didn't have them with. I love that baby. I don't love that the original baby was AI generated, but I do love that Twiggy's is hand-drawn. And has a cute little sprout on top of its head. But, fellas who came in with Twiggy, if you guys need to do things like eat or drink or snark me, please take care of yourself. If you want to stick around and hang out or maybe contribute to our Thanksgiving spread of delightful delicacies, then you are welcome to do so. I can actually, let me check what the Magma's looking like right now. We can show the raiders what everybody has been drawing. All the hard work you've put in to draw some Sonic curry and some my son being cooked, also ambrosia salad. Aw, Moobot, hey! Hey, Moobot, that was permitted. Hey, Moobot. Hey, can you shake Moobot for me, please? Moobot, that was allowed. Is this all one link? I think it is one link. Bam, got it. Yoink! I can still get it anyway, even if Moobot decides to be a jerk and not allow us to have the links that we so deserve. Sonic Curry? Yeah, there is a drawing of Sonic Curry in there. We'll check it, but let me check out your art first. Uh-oh! This content is no longer available, Twiggy. I've received an error message from that link. I don't think that link works. Thank you for your tax, but something didn't work. We try again? Let's try again. Let's see. Oh wait, I think I accidentally copied both links in the same thing. That might be the problem. Bam, do that one. Yeah! Oh, streamers for Snap! How is that going, by the way? I was very excited to see you were doing your fundraising, but look how cute with your little heart. Twiggy's working hard to raise some money for fellows who are affected by the Snap benefits being down for a very long time, which was a horrible happening. Bam, let's see the other one. Oh, an emote of Twiggy with some flowers, too. I got them. Whoopsie, no, you're good. I think they went through. I think it was my fault. Twiggy with some flowers. Look at that. Like I've ended up some kind of engineer and designer stream. Engineer? Well, I wouldn't say I'm an engineer by any means, but I'm a little bit of a designer, character designer even. Just hit 1,700. Hell yeah! Congrats! That's so fantastic. Sorry, I'm trying not to shout, but that's, yeah! I'm sure the people who benefit from that are going to be so floored. That's fantastic. Congrats, Twiggy! That's so exciting. Thank you for your hard work to help out the people who are in need there. Yeah, we can do a little glue stick party in celebration. There you go. Are you guys matching? Because Twiggy has the light sticks with our glue stick. That works. Guys, there's design engineers. That I'm sure they exist. I'm sure they're real, but they are not me. Thank you. Everything's been chill on your end? Yeah, we've been chilling. I've been spending a really long time drawing my veggie medley. I'm putting too much effort into this veggie medley, maybe. But I really want it to turn out nice. I want it to be tasty. How was that event, by the way? Oh, the Musume event? It was last Friday. My team, which is Sopralto, Serena, Starstruck, and I, worked hard. We worked hard. We trained hard. We didn't eat any glue, don't worry. But in our heat, we did lose. We did not win. We actually came in last in our heat. However, for individual races, I did, in a surprise upset at the last minute of the final race, there was a tie between the two other teams in our heat. They were tied. It was like 18-18, and then Sopralto and I took first and second in the final heat and made their math more difficult. Wasn't enough for a comeback, but we worked hard, and I'm proud of my Rudolph. She won one. That's all she needed to do. And it was more about the friends we made along the way anyway, but it was fun. It was a really good event. I was so happy to be a part of it. I love a little tourney. Shroom State Uma Championship when? Maybe. I could have an Uma tournament, maybe. I've been wanting to host an event for a while, and I just haven't done it. Maybe, if we're good, I can make an event for us about something. Because I think the last time we had any kind of competition was when we competed in... What was that drawing game called? Draw Pile. Or not Draw Pile. Draw... What was that one called? The one where we draw and it's kind of like Pictionary. It's pretty quick. What the heck is that called? Uh-oh. Drawful? No. Drawful's the one from Jackbox. What the heck is that game called? No, not Drawful, not Gardic. It's the one that the blue wobbly border was for. We had the Shroom State. Oh, Scribblio. Scribblio. We had the Shroom State Scribblio Showdown once before. But one of these days, I would like to host an event for as much as I've hosted a couple things for the Shroommates, I want to host an event for VTubers also at some point. Not that you guys aren't also VTubers, some of you are. But host, like, big event where I'm, like, the commentator, you know? You know what I mean? A Vienner. Did you won? I don't remember who won. It was so long ago, but congrats on being a Vienner, Ben. From back once upon a time. I think that was over the last winter that we did that. All right. Plate. We're plated. I need one more plater. Maker of massive projects, you're right. I need to stop. I need to calm down. I need to stop making more things. We're too irrelevant for a collab. That's not what I mean. That's not what I'm saying. Don't put those words in my mouth, Rex. I would like to, because, like, when I'm commentating to you guys, it's no different than a regular stream, right? Where I'm commentating with you guys, but if I'm commentating... Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, if I'm commentating with you guys, I already talk to you guys all the time. Right? You know what I mean? Like, discussing with us is a regular stream where I'm commentating on us doing something. And I do want to continue hosting events for all of us. But if I'm commentating for something with other people, there would be other people? I don't know how to explain this. There's some psychology here. Oof? No, not an oof. No, not an oof. I want variety of things. Don't oof. No Roblox sounds. No. Need to space them out. Oh yeah, my projects. I do need to space the projects out. I currently am working on a cover. I finally almost have the VR chat space built. The Minecraft server is like 90% functional, which is very cool. What other projects do I have underway right now? Style redesign for a bunch of my stream assets. I have 5 emotes that you have not seen. Some panels for Twitch that have been in progress for a long time. Couple of miscellaneous models. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. I love your model. Thank you, Maya. I appreciate it. I made it myself. I grew my skin all for myself. VR Chat Museum? Yeah, I'm making an art gallery for VR Chat, which I had shown on stream once upon a time. God, there's some news for Mumusme. Maybe I shouldn't share them. I know what the news is. Do keep it to yourself so we don't bring the tone down. But yes, there was something that did happen that may be related to it. Yes. How's the Art Fight showcase coming along? Yeah, that was what it was for. It was for Art Fight. That is my tester for my gallery for VR Chat, because the idea with the VR Chat gallery is going to be that first show, when we try and figure out how it all works, is going to be me, who else, hosting the Art Fight drawings of the Shroommates in the gallery as a little gallery event where I can have people show up who are the artists and I can do little interviews with them maybe, which I feel like would be very cute. So I can show off all of your abilities. And then after that, I would like to be able to host like calls for entry for art and have curated shows where I can do a little bit of curation practice. Because I did used to work in real galleries, physical, actual galleries. So I feel like that would be kind of cool and fun and exciting, but I do need to finish those projects. Some of them are finished. The gallery is pretty much done. I just have to get all the credits together for it properly, but I'm waiting on a lot of these things to do them all together-ish, so that way we can have like a week of exciting stuff, and I have to, you know, build excitement about some stuff, and I just haven't had the time. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. Oh. Wait, all the people who attacked me? Not all the people who attacked me, all of the Shroommates who had submitted their art to the server a while ago. Once upon a time, during when Art Fight was happening, we have a channel in the Discord server where people had submitted when they had completed things, and that would be where we're pulling them from back then. I say would be, they're already pulled. They're already in the world. It's so much easier hanging up imagery in a place where I don't have to use nails. It's so nice. Can't believe I managed to catch you live just watching your VTuber tips videos and was my model. Happy to be here. Well, welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. Ha ha ha. Oh, look at this. Look. Fully line-arted, veggie platter. I'm not gonna have time for color. Under no circumstances do I have time for color, but I will save it. We can have a nice black and white devoid of value veggie. They've been blanched. There's no flavor left. I'm here for the same reason? It's very well. Oh, did you guys just happen to see me? Hi, welcome in.
We're the same then, but I just do 2D, not 3D. Aha, many a self-made VTuber out there, which is neat. Let me see. So, I made a veggie platter that I boiled all the flavor out of. Whoops. Happens best of us. Let me teleport in to see what everybody else had worked on and see if anybody had anything they wanted to share with us before I have to wrap up and go to have my din-din. Because I will say, looking at the food has made me more hungry than I feel like I would be otherwise at 6 p.m. But granted, I also think I eat earlier on Wednesdays usually. So my body is just not prepared for not having eaten. Thank you for applauding for the fact that I finished a drawing of something, kind of. But let me find Magma. I'll teleport us in the meantime. 3, 2, 1. Oh, hi there, I'm wrapping up.
Oh, okay.
Chubby's reappeared again.
I need my file.
Oh, get the file. Oh, wait, look, okay, hang on, we got deviled eggs. I thought they'd faces for a second. I love deviled eggs. Oh, Chubby did leave the door open, hang on. My audio gets funny if the door is left open. There we go. Look at the deviled eggs! I love deviled eggs. At any given, like, family party or something, I will eat 3 to 5 of these. They're so good. My uncle makes really good ones that pickles in them. I love deviled eggs. Thank you, Spudley, for your donation of eggs. They're very good. Eggs. Stuffing! Cotton Candy has made us cinnamon rolls! Oh, she made us a whole turkey with color and everything! And cookies and cream fudge! Why is your flour dying? The flour does not need to wilt. This is lovely, delicious fudge. We can clap for everybody. We still have the laksa from Rex. We have tamales from Callie. Thank you. We have a very good variety of foods for this. We have Dragon Doff's Dutch... Sorry, I'm trying to read words. Christmas dinner. We have Mad Bun's Sonic Curry, as well as single drumstick, some mixed veggie, and a cornbread. We have the Grimoire guest book, Zoo Pals. What sound does a turkey make? Gobble gobble, Zoo Pals. With the little cup of Sunny D. Some candied yams from Elixir Patch. We have a whole pie, also from Elixir Patch. We've got Lenny's ambrosia salad. We have Rex's My Son. Don't eat him. We have Nalos Kebab. We have cornbread from an unknown Shroomate. We have carrot cake from Sanism. We have cake that looks like a turkey from Nilo, which is also very good. And then we have a roasted pumpkin. I threw it in the oven, and an apple from Art Fun. Thank you, Art Fun. Let's see, what else do we have? We've got one more page. Mushroom gravy. Is that what you're calling it? The thing that you're making with my son? Disturbing? Don't like it. Don't like it. Not a fan. What I am a fan of, however, is more pie. Also, some sweets. Just a whole box full of little candies. Very cute, very delectable, very delicious. Some shepherd's pie, which does contain mutton, because if sacrificing Shroomates is acceptable, then sacrificing lambs has to be also, apparently. Says I. We've got a gathering of Nilo and Selma and mutton over here. Oh, you spelled sacrifice wrong? Whoopsie. Uh-oh. Called out accidentally. We've got shepherd's pie now. No muttons for this pie. And this is my son on a fork being dipped in soy sauce. Gary, don't look. Gary, don't look. Gary, don't look at the horrors they have presented before us. It's not worth it. So many artists? Yeah, a lot of the Shroomates are artists. These are lovely. Thank you guys for contributing to our lovely dinner. Let me see if there's any more sentiments people wanted to share that they are thankful for. Hoshi is thankful for the Shroomate community. You guys are so cool and kind. I happen to agree. I happen to feel very similarly. I say this often. I feel very grateful that the Shroomates... Oh, I'm so frozen. I feel very grateful all the time that the Shroomates are so mature and well adapted and kind and welcoming to others. We, like, never have to worry about many of the things that VTubers have to worry about because you guys are just very nice. And it's such a relief to me. And I forget about it sometimes because I see horrors on the internet, but we have no horrors here in the Shroom State. The worst horror we have is you apparently spearing my son and dipping him in soy sauce. Nella betrayed me, uh-oh. Thankful for the luxuries I can afford. I know not everyone is as fortunate as I am. That is a good thing to take into account in these kinds of holidays. How not everyone may have the fortune that you have, and you know, we can also think about the ways that we can share our voice with others too, to help them as well. Shroom State always so welcoming. Yeah. They say the community is reflective of the streamer. Be quiet, you. Thank you. I'm glad you think so. I'm happy that I could bring us all together like this. I did put Selma into a pie. No, I told us we cannot do the Magic the Gathering card baked into a pie. We're not allowed. It's not permitted. I believe that card is limited use in, it's not in standard anymore, but it's, I think it's limited use in historic or whatever version that is modern. Meh. You guys are great, usually just lurk. Thank you for lurking. What did the soy sauce do? They're innocent? Cover my son in something salty that will dry him out. You can't do that. That's not permitted. Thankful for Halloween. I love spooky stuff. Very fair. Card is a murder variant. Yeah, it is, but it's a murder variant with other requirements, I think, right? I can't remember how that card works. Joby has it, though. Thankful for the and Mutton's oh, sacrifice for the pie. Sorry, Mutton. Also thankful for the sacrifices. Oh my god. Don't worry, he'll respawn. You guys are goofy. But thank you all. Oh, those are from Soul. I see. I was misled by the little creature, but Soul was talking about Pow World earlier. But thank you all for being here. I'm thankful that we have this as a place where we can hang out and we can have positive energy despite all the strange things happening in the world around us. But we can come here and we can enjoy a couple of hours and escape from the nonsense just a little bit and spend several hours trying to draw asparagus. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. I hope that tomorrow you all, those of you who celebrate, because I know a lot of you are worldwide, Mr. Worldwide when I step in the room. For those of you who are not Pitbull, I hope that you have as best of a Thanksgiving as you can, all things considered. I hope that it is as calm and lovely as it can be. I hope you enjoy some fantastic foods, but not so many that you feel ill. I hope that your family, or whoever you are spending that time with, is on their absolute best behavior, so there's no nonsense going on. And I hope that it just ends up being fun. When you said nonsense, I thought you were gonna say another different NAA word. What? What other word did you think I was gonna say? Nonsense. Non, like the bread? Not quite. Can you work in my Spanish translation? Go to sleep? Yeah! Yippee! May all of your Thanksgivings be free of shouts. Also true. I hope that your Thanksgivings do not have a lot of shouting happening. I hope that if there is football, the football goes in your favor, maybe. I do feel like that's a football thing. I do also hope that that parade they have tomorrow morning has no strange balloon accidents. Yeah, those are many of my hopes. And I hope that when I see you again on Monday, you have all had a safe and fun and healthy couple of days. Because I won't be back till Monday. Joby and I have things going on Friday and Saturday. But on Monday, we'll be back for the usual VTuber design critiques. What else would we have? But yeah. Yes, take your meds, drink your water, eat your food, hang with your fam, touch some grass, work on the things you need to, don't procrastinate, and take care of your health. All of those things. Sounds like a long list, but I know you can do it. I have faith in you. But I must leave. I have to go get my dinner. Thank you for hanging out. Shroomates. YouTube fellas, I gotta send you off because there's nowhere I can send you. Shroom me later. Bye. And then Twitch fellas.